the show, if he was with a girl at the time, and she came to the show,
and
there
I
was
didn't
underage
ID her.
drinking going on.
I mean,
for sure.
given the year, I would imagine that everybody in the band was probably pretty close to.
Yeah, I was 20.
or
I was
over.
25. Yeah. So how old was Thomas? Because I'm
I
older
think
than
he
he
was.
is.
Yeah, you're older than me by one age or one.
By what age?
Hey, give me some credit.
By one rotation.
Yeah.
You are greater than me by one age. No, how old are you right now, if you don't mind me asking?
Yes.
Oh, okay, we'll do this the nice way. I was
Okay.
born in 75.
So was I.
Okay, so we are you. Yeah, that's right. You were born in June, and
yeah.
I was born in October.
Yes.
So yeah, you're old. You're an old codger to me, man. You and Johnson were old codgers
Yeah.
to me.
Johnson's got me by.
like what 6 months?
No, Johnson's
or
got me by like
4
12
months.
hours.
Yeah.
What was Matt Thomas's old band from way back in the day when
10
we
Gallon
first
Stripper?
started? Yes.
10-gallon stripper.
That's right.
10-gallon stripper.
That's right.
How the fuck do you forget that?
Is he in the
I
room?
gotta believe you forget my band name.
Oh no, he's in. He's out of
What
town.
was his other one too? He had a
Is he out of town?
Yeah, I think he's out of town.
was 10-gallon stripper the rap metal band?
No.
Because he was also in another one that a few
well,
guys
maybe.
jammed with. Like I had some dude came and played drums for a little bit, and had jammed in this band. It was over in Grapevine.
I don't have any
PhD.
PhD. That's
was the
right.
other one. I've got the PhD
Yeah.
stuff.
It's a good.
I don't have 10-gallon
Yeah.
stripper stuff.
Was PhD his first band?
No.
What
I
was
thought
his very
10-Gallon
first-
Stripper was his
Has
first
Matt
band.
Thomas ever not been in a band?
No, he's always been in a band.
God.
As long as I can think of him telling stories, he's been in.
He
a band.
really has. If you think back
Yeah.
about his life, it's usually it's after a show or something. He's coming up telling you thank you for coming out, and what the fuck is your problem? That's cool. That's cool to be known that way, in someone's mind. Like, oh yeah, that's Thomas. Since I've
He's
known him,
the
he's been in
band
a
guy.
rock band. He's the
Yeah.
band guy. That's a cool identity. That's a cool superhero.
Yeah.
All right, so going back
But Skip
to
sucks.
No, that's not fun.
yeah, we're gonna have to tell you about
Okay,
Skip Redstone.
I'm kidding.
Does he
I'm
not know
kidding,
about Skip Redstone?
Thomas. I'm kidding, Thomas. Your puppet sucks.
I don't think that's you can't say.
Yeah,
I'm
wait,
kidding.
hold on.
I'm kidding.
That's
I'm
bad
kidding. Your
juggling.
I'm
puppet
kidding.
bad
I'm
sucks.
kidding.
juggling.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm
You
kidding.
can't say that.
Your toys suck.
Good
He makes
grief.
them by hand. You.
I'm
brute.
totally kidding.
Brute.
Thomas, you know I love you, man. I love Skip. I think,
Yes,
in fact,
he did.
everybody that listens to our show needs to go check it out because it's
Yes, he
actually pretty funny.
Have you ever done a full blown Skip Redstone interview? Just Skip Redstone?
Yeah, it's very intrusive and almost abusive
Is it,
and kind of predatorial.
insult
Your
the,
love for Skip.
insult the
No, when
comic
Skip's-
dog.
when Skip, yeah, it's kind of
Is
like
he
that.
interviewing people with a hand puppet?
I
Yes.
think he does.
Yes.
I think he does, man.
He's got
Yes.
his own show and everything.
Yeah.
And yeah, he goes out of town.
If
and
you
he's
call
got
him at the wrong time, Ted, he's gonna be
It's
like
bonkers.
This
It's out of
Skip
control.
here.
He's got the voice dialed in and everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're like, hey, is Thomas there?
Hold it a minute. Let
Hang
me go
on.
see.
Thomas, are you here? Yes.
All right.
Oh man,
So back to the timeline here.
Mhm.
I hope his life is really like that.
Ex Mobius died around 2004 ish,
Okay.
and then in 2003, 2004, and then somewhere out of nowhere, Ted reappears.
Yeah.
And
Pop
he's
up.
like-
It was around 2003.
Ready to jam
was.
some
Summer
some
2003.
Mobius.
No, yeah, because
Yeah.
you called me. I remember that. You called me and said, come over. And I
You're-
did, and he was here.
Yeah,
Mhm.
and it was. I mean, that's when things started getting going.
Yeah. I remember sitting in the front room over there. There was an electronic drum kit in that front room, and I had some old riffs new riffs,
Acoustic guitar
acoustic
riffs.
yeah, acoustic riffs that I had come up with. I was really listening to a lot of like Team Sleepish type stuff at the time, So it was like
We were talking about
this
that
is
last
Omaya.
week.
It was like a little bit like this.
That's in your
That's
office.
it. Yeah,
That was in your old office.
Yep. And at the time, the band was called Music by Numbers,
that's right.
and then there was
Yeah.
going to be Drive Through Pharmacy,
Yeah,
Lobot. Remember Lobot?
I don't remember Lobot.
Yep, I remember Lobot.
And then it became Audioscopic.
Audioscopic. Something sounds out of tune there.
I bet you everything we're hitting and strumming on is out of tune.
Oh shit!
Yeah, and that became eventually audioscopic.
Yep.
And
And-
Audioscopic went from, I would say, the early 03-ish or summer of 03-ish, which said, to
It's a few years.
06.
To playing a show in Deep Ellum where we opened for like a thrash metal
That
band.
was the craziest night. They pulled us in there, and it was all
They were looking at us
hard
like,
metal.
"What
Yeah,
the
that was
hell?"
weird.
What venue was it?
what was that place?
No,
and it was felt so weird in that.
It
venue.
did.
It did. That's where it was a venue where I saw the John Benet. Like
It wasn't
John
Profit
Benet,
Bar.
that's-
the John Benet, like as a
Okay.
band. Yeah.
No, it was
It wasn't-
next to. It wasn't next to the Rec Room. It was next to. I used to watch Drowning Pool and Grin play at that venue next door to it
Grim?
a lot. Grin, Gryn.
No,
Oh.
I
Go
know what
Raise Your
you,
Nation.
I cannot remember the name of it. I can't.
I've been in there half dozen times.
but that show was funny.
but it was
Yeah.
like
And
next
the
building.
funniest thing that was said that entire night was Ted on mic.
Yeah,
He
on
goes-
Mike.
He goes, "We're normally audioscopic, but tonight we're polar opposites."
Polar Op.
And it's,
Yeah.
I think
It
when he
was
said
great.
that, I threw away my quiet sticks and I grabbed real ones. That was the only real difference.
Yeah, and we played as heavy as we could.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I thought we were
That
going to
was-
break a string.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
thought
I
we were
can't
gonna-
remember if I was playing my acoustic bass at that time or playing real, but I
you're gonna
remember
throw
we
off
just
your hollow
like,
body
were
and
like,
just destroy an amp.
let's try to make this heavy and dirty.
I don't know who put that show together, but yeah, that was a weird lineup for sure.
And
That
after
was
that,
fun.
after the fact, a couple of those heavy dudes came up and said, "Not bad."
That'd be
Yeah,
cool.
we like you guys. Yeah, that's
You
great.
guys started a genre. It's like coffee house core, or something like that. Like something
That's it.
crazy.
Coffee
We're the
house court
inventors of
dancing.
coffee house core.
Yeah, or,
Yeah.
man, yeah, that's cool. That's cool.
Now,
It's always cool when someone that does you don't expect to be into your shit to be into it. I like that more than well, obvious friends coming up and saying that you played awesome when you know it fucking sucked.
Yeah, you're like,
Yeah.
well, remember
Well,
this and I fucked that
It's
up.
always good to have a cheerleader, but
When someone
I don't
random
think
that
it-
nobody knows comes up and is like,
Yeah,
really,
that's what
really
it
good,
was.
like, dude,
Yeah.
and it's someone that you didn't expect would be into your shit.
Yeah.
That's always awesome.
And they
feeling.
come up to you and they don't look like they're going to give you a compliment.
right.
That's exactly what happens.
Yeah.
And I
Were
don't
you-
think
remember-
we sucked that show.
No, we didn't.
We were really
we were
good.
good.
It felt good. It just we were not in
it wasn't.
the
The
lineup
wheelhouse.
of that
Yeah.
night.
The
You
wheelhouse
know
is way
how
off.
Yeah.
Dallas and Fort Worth are. It's like, this night is nothing but metal bands, and this night is nothing but. But we were
Right.
the oddball, and it worked out good. It was cool. It was fun, but it was just very.
That's the
weird.
thing I like
Very
about
weird.
I love about some music scenes too. Like I love Denton and Austin because it's the same type of well, I don't know about anymore, but when I would go out there and check out bands, it was always cool because you never knew who was going to be playing with who. It was just a matter of you knew you were going to see a really talented band most of the time.
Yeah,
And-
especially the Steadfast days. Denton was thick.
Yeah,
with
Oh
the-
yeah, man. Yeah.
Absolutely.
What was cool was when with Audioscopic when we were doing all those Ridgely shows,
Mm-hmm.
the bands we were playing with, a lot of them were still sticking around playing shows when we started the podcast. Like
Oh, yeah.
Merkin, Merkin had a reunion, but we did quite a few shows with Merkin up there. And God, I can't think of any of the others. Spoonfed, there was a
Spoonfed.
show.
Spoonfed
Spoonfed
Tribe.
Tribe.
Yeah,
Yeah,
man.
we played a few with them.
That was how we got our first show at Ridgely was because wasn't it because of Theron?
That
He was
name
all
sounds
he was
very
bro,
familiar.
he was bros with Spoonfed. That's how we got hooked up with Diamond Vinny.
I'd have to go back and look.
Was Theron?
You know, Dustin, I don't
think
know
he
if it
became their,
was
like,
like
full sound guy
just
for
from
full-time
years
or some
of
shit like that.
years of like just playing music with you, or maybe kind of growing up on the same kind of stuff. But there was all like playing guitar with and having you on bass was always really natural feeling. You know what I mean? Like it was just.
Oh,
It
thank
was
you.
like smooth. It was easy. It's not. You know how like as a musician you have something in your head,
I feel y'all's band getting together.
and it's super rare that another person like you'll have an idea in your head. You'll have some audio going on in your head.
Audio Scott.
and then- It's so rare that the person playing with you like just matches that. You know what I mean? Like you're
Yeah.
like, oh shit, that was what was going on.
But that
know what I
happened
mean?
back in Mobius. I mean, like playing in Jared's old
Which up?
house
House.
Oh
No,
yeah, yeah.
at
yeah. We
his-
started at
in
his house back in the
Okay.
yeah.
over here in Richland Hills.
yeah.
We started. He had this back entertainment room that was huge. Had to be used for orgies before he moved in there. I mean,
yeah,
that
it was a
room
really
was
big weird room.
Very, very weird.
yeah.
And yeah, it had some weird vibes in it. Orgy vibes.
Oh.
The smell of
Swinger
You got
vibes,
shag
something.
carpet
Eh,
and
Oh,
ropes.
for sure.
Oh, for sure.
no black lights in there.
No, we never fired any of
Yeah,
it.
they
did we?
don't need to
Nah,
see the
I don't
evidence.
remember.
It was very weird. But yeah, I mean, even back then when we were writing that stuff,
Yeah.
You're right. It felt good. I always felt good playing with you,
Yeah.
and
Yeah, that's
it
right.
always seemed like everything was just like on par.
It's kind of like firing, on all cylinders or whatever.
Yeah,
Yeah. it's
like
cool.
everything was very relatable. So yeah,
Yeah, a lot of
I
times
agree. That,
I do music with people, and it's just like I'll get into that zone where I'm like starting to become controlling, and it's like I don't want to do that either,
yeah,
and so it's like that's what the thing about being in bands that I think is so difficult is like trying to
It's four
fulfill a vision,
4 or 5 separate brains.
but not be a dictator at the same time.
Yeah.
Well, after Audioscopic, after Ted disappeared again,
Mm-hmm.
just went into the woods.
Houdini.
His cloak of magic.
That's when us three started I Was Once Eaten. And then that's when I realized the best band ever is a three-piece.
Mm.
It's the easiest, especially if you're all on the same wavelength, because
Yeah.
all three of us are on the same wavelength. And dynamically, geez.
Yeah,
I
writing.
still
more
stand with
writing
my
gets done.
theory.
I think you get more writing done when it's a three piece.
Way easier.
Yeah, it's way easier. For
And
sure.
that,
It's more enjoyable too, I think. Like when you just got
that
cool 3-piece that's just really gelling.
that one
It's
added
that-
person just it like exponentially raises the difficulty level
Yeah.
of a band.
and I Was Once Eaten lasted from 06 to 12.
Bang!
Wow.
So it was more than 4 years.
Well, I think 12. Yeah, I think I was wrong earlier because I'm looking at these dates that I have on all these files because I still have a hard drive with everything on it.
That's wild.
But I think 2011 was officially the end. We were trying to put something together, a new song in 2012, and it's only one. Cut off the stuck arm. Remember that
Oh
song?
my God, I kind of do.
We were trying to get that going, and
Was that the name of the project or the
Yeah.
album or the song?
No, that was the song.
that was April 11th,
Cut off the
and that
stuck
was it.
arm.
That
What was
the
it
last
like?
time.
Was
I-
it crap?
I could open the file, but we're in the middle of a show. I have crash logic.
Yeah, crash like. Yeah.
Yeah, just
So
it didn't
um,
make the cut, obviously.
yeah, that was it.
And I think I'm mixing up that one with another tune that we were building. What's the song right before that one in your timeline?
I mean, before that, I don't know because we have 2011.
Oh no, something not 12 paces, but
What was it?
12 measures.
Oh yeah, 12 measures. I
That
remember
one.
12 measures.
What was
that
that
was
one?
weird.
Was it crazy?
I think it's in here somewhere, but yeah,
I like that one.
I don't remember it.
we'll have to go hunt it down. But then I think the official end was 2011.
Of
I Was Once Eaten.
oh yeah,
Yeah, because I think our last show was right around 2011. I have to look at flyers.
huh?
Do you remember?
No, I do not.
Interesting podcasting
Isn't
And
it?
then the studio sat empty for
and cold,
2 years, a year and
bug
a half,
ridden,
2 years.
Yeah.
cold.
The Yellow Jackets moved in, the Wasps,
Everything moved in.
the white
Dead
Anglo
mayflies
Saxon
all
people.
over the place.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then one day we opened the door and it was like opening a tomb in Egypt.
Like Indiana
Smell-
Jones
yes.
movie.
Yes.
The
You hear-
stench of dead bugs just rolls
In
out.
fact, to open the door, we had to get a hammer and a crowbar. And
We
we
had-
popped it open, and the whole
the
music.
music from from Indiana Jones.
Mhm. Matt was standing outside with a staff, a little medallion at the top of it.
You're looking at your clock furiously, like, hurry up, get in placement.
Yeah. It's 2012, 2013. I'm making sure no Nazis are hunting us down. But we get in here and we blow everything off and
Hey guys.
got in here, blew all the dust off everything, and there was dust on everything.
Yeah.
There really was dust. and started this shitty little podcast. It's been going
ever
since then.
It
Isn't
was
it
still
wild
set
how
up for band, wasn't it? Did we still have it set up for band at first?
Yeah, we did
Like,
because
and then you did the corner.
everything was still weird.
Yeah.
I think it's wild how, when you have a thing that's inside of you that's got it, like everybody at this table played music for a long time. And then it's like each person has in some way, there's still like some creative thing that's got to come out and it just expresses itself in different ways. Like you're doing your photos and you still play music and obviously the podcast and you're writing, and it, like I'm doing my
playing
thing.
video games.
Video games. I'm with you on that. What are you playing right now?
I just got the Modern Warfare 3, so I got to
Ah.
spin through it for a few weeks.
The-
But before that, I was
He can't get
doing,
in it.
The 2-hour campaign.
No, I haven't even. Man, I played like 2 minutes of that, and I
Oh.
was like on to the
Yeah.
multiplayer. But before that, I was playing. I
was
always
just us
play
dicking around, though.
F1.
No, that's
Like I'm an
that's a
addict
vocal note
to
for me,
F1 race
right? Just
games.
like
So,
Oh, really?
I would
Yeah,
record
and
riffs.
so
and
I
never
always
stop.
play that, and then the game as far as like the saga game was the was it? You turned me on to it about the cult.
Oh, Far Cry 5.
Oh,
Yeah, Far Cry 5.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's pretty good.
I was in the middle of that, so
he
that's
can't
what
get
that's what I'm
into
doing too.
Starfield.
Yeah, I don't have a new. I don't have a new console.
Oh, you have
so
one of the older ones?
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
I didn't have encyclopedias when I grew up as a child, so I got the old Xbox.
Or a vacuum. You had to pick everything up by hand.
Right. My mom had a job and stuff.
Yeah.
Shit.
Didn't pay any
Sucks-
attention.
Sucks for you.
You were neglected. You were a locky kid.
Yeah. Lucky kid. Never mind that man that was here.
So
Mom, why are there so many guys that come and see you?
whoa. It's like when you go to Alaska and the condoms are made out of silk,
Yeah.
and you're like, why are these all hanging up and being washed?
What's going on here?
Dude, I can't do multiplayer gaming.
Oh yeah.
That's
You gotta. There's days I can't either, man. I just. It's the trolls are terrible and people are terrible already.
Yeah.
Well,
Like-
they're cracking down on you, dropping the N-bomb at kids.
Yeah,
Yeah.
You
you
just can't do it.
can't be
anymore.
racial anymore or say any like
I
stuff
can't-
derogatory
get
about
in their
women
head.
and all that. You gotta
video
so,
games are an
yeah.
opportunity for me to like get away from
Chill.
people.
Yeah,
you know what I
exactly,
mean.
Yeah.
So I'm
That's
like,
what I
I'm
do.
not trying to connect.
You should
with all-
start F1 then, because F1 I find myself doing a lot of thinking because those you can do the races full length, like you can do a
Yeah.
full length race. So there's be times I'll start zoning off thinking about and then next
And then
thing
you hit
you're
the
in, you're in the wall. Yeah, you got to rewind it. You're like, but I have gotten mesmerized and caught up in thought with that game. And the one that the other game,
soothing.
the Far Cry. There'd be times I'd just be like, I don't even know if I'd moved any. My guys like the bears like trying to get me to get going and stuff, and I'm just
Peggy
like,
has killed you.
yeah.
Well, if you played
So-
Far Cry 5, you've played Far Cry all of them.
That's what he said. That's
Yeah,
what Dustin
that's all
says.
you- that's
man.
the
He's
best
like,
one.
just play that one and see
Yeah.
ya. I like it. I need to get back to it, but the stupid release of Modern Warfare 3 came out, and he started talking about it, and that's how it usually happens when I get caught up into that stuff. It's Dustin talking about a cool ass game, and
I tried to get him to get
I think since
into-
this podcast has started, I've gotten every single Call of Duty release that's come out because of him.
I mean, they're all good games. They're fun.
Yeah, they're
you know.
fun. They're
But
fun.
there was a big controversy about this one because
Controversy, you
it was
say?
like the campaign's only like 2 hours long, and everybody was all up in
It's
arms about
pretty
it.
damn
I thought the
quick.
last one was pretty quick too, though, wasn't it? Modern.
Uh,
I thought the
World
Modern
War
Warfare
II
2.
one?
Yeah.
Or-
Oh no, I'm talking about the Modern
Oh.
Warfare.
I don't know. I didn't play that one.
Modern Warfare 2. It was pretty. It wasn't that long, was it, Dustin? Have you finished the campaign on 3?
Yeah, I've finished them all.
What was how what was it? Did it seem longer than the or shorter than the last one?
Yeah, it is shorter than the last one.
You could tell.
It covers a lot of ground, but the story starts kind of falling apart. And I think that's the developer of this one.
I haven't.
It's not Cryptark or whoever it is.
I've
That
played
does the good
probably
stories.
3 minutes total of the campaign, and I'm usually I'm a campaign guy. I like to figure out how the controller works and stuff, kind of through. What's
Yeah,
wrong.
you need to be familiar with that before you jump into
Multiplayer.
multiplayer. stuff.
Yeah,
I want
yeah.
to steal that though. I'm a campaign guy.
Yeah.
I want to cut that out of this show.
Hi, I'm Matt Stubbs.
I'm a
And I'm a
campaign
campaign guy. Yeah. What do you think the most chill, relax freaking video game is?
Chill and relax.
Oh, dude, I started playing this game called Jusant,
Yeah.
and it's a climbing game, and it's
Like
really,
mountain climbing.
well, like rock climbing.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Right on.
and it's very relaxing.
Yeah.
Like the sounds of it.
That
and
does
everything,
not
it's-
sound relaxing to me.
Yeah, it is though.
You start climbing up these cliffs, you're
Do
looking
you-
down, you're
Can
like,
you do like solo? What's his name mode or
n-
whatever? Where you where
right,
you
Alex
just-
Honnold mode.
Yeah, Honnoldman mode.
Nah, you're
where you
you're
just
always
cut the
belayed.
line?
It's like sport climbing. There's
Yeah.
you're always belayed.
What,
I
is,
don't know.
what's that on?
It's on Xbox.
Have you ever tried?
gotta
I mean,
look
it's
it up,
probably on
man.
everything, but
I gotta look that up.
It's if you subscribe to Game Pass, it's on there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You ever just get caught up into it and you're just kind of hanging out, like listening to things and like
A
thinking
couple
about
times.
stuff?
Yeah, a couple times for
That's
sure.
I love games
Yeah.
like that.
It's just real chill, and the art direction's really nice. So it's
Yeah.
just all of it together is gives
What about
you,
you,
like a chill.
Jesse?
Have you ever
Do you-
tried an Oculus?
Yeah.
There's there's a climbing game in Oculus.
no, and it
makes
scares
you
the
sick,
shit
man.
out of
it
me.
makes you sick.
Hayden's
Yeah.
got it.
It's
yeah.
like I couldn't do it.
And
Yeah.
the hang gliding or the one where you're in a
didn't-
squirrel suit and
I
you're
didn't know.
flying around.
Oh,
haven't seen that one.
Oh my god.
yeah,
Is that
some
on
of
the
that
new,
shit,
on his new one?
Like it
Yeah.
just messes
Oh
with
man,
you.
I guarantee
yeah, it makes you feel weird. The only thing I've done in an Oculus was the plank thing, the elevator. You know what I'm talking about?
I know what
Where
you're
you-
talking
And
about, yeah.
then the Susan took me to this thing in Austin, and it was like a VR like place that you go play VR games, and they had an Assassin's Creed. They weren't actually Oculus. It was something else.
Yeah.
It was like the HTC like.
Is it the one where you wear the backpack because the PC's on your backpack and everything goes down?
No,
to it?
no, you didn't wear a backpack, but it was cool. It was cool, and they had this. What was I just saying? What was the game?
a climbing game.
Assassin's Creed
Assassin's Creed.
style
Yeah.
game. It was made by Ubisoft and all that stuff.
Yeah.
And it was a lot of fun. There was a lot of climbing.
I
stuff in
think
that.
I think as far as you being a campaigner,
Yeah.
it depends on the game.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
some things like what's the Ark. It's a single player survival game. Super
Right.
cool.
With dinosaurs?
Yep.
Vin
you land
Diesel's going to be on
you
there.
land on a beach, you're butt naked, and you got to survive in a land full of dinosaurs. It's kind of cool. But you know, what's another? And I love playing just about any Star Wars game, but I don't like 40 dudes in a setting where I'm going to be dead in 4 seconds. Like that's
Yeah.
just
Well, that's the thing with Call of Duty. It's just rinse and repeat, rinse and
Right.
repeat, rinse and repeat.
Well,
rinse and
they've
repeat.
gotten better about having a few maps that are pretty open and stuff though for that.
Well, and they have
like
different
this-
gameplays and stuff.
Yeah.
Where you can last a little while.
Yeah.
The modes.
The modes, yeah.
Yeah,
To where it's
different
still
gameplay
fun
modes.
even if you're just getting popped left and right.
And-
like you can go, grab flags and
I
stuff
don't know
like
if it's
that.
my age, but I'm getting to the point where I hate split screen. I just
Oh,
hate
yeah,
it. I got
yeah.
a giant TV, and the split screen's pretty wide, but it's not pleasant.
Yeah.
It's just I don't know.
Well, don't
when I was
do
a-
split screen.
when I was
Why
young-
do you do
well,
that?
Because
That
I
is
have
weird.
a son, and he wants to
Oh,
like
you're doing
play
like
Star
couch-
Wars with Daddy.
couch
my
co-op
bad.
type
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Tell him to
Yeah,
sit
on the
his ass
couch.
down on the couch and watch, learn.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
No, but yeah, he
Just
does
give him
it,
some
and I'll
rat
do it
poison.
because, but I like make myself do it.
You play It Takes Two? with him?
Arsenic. That'll solve the problem.
Cyanide.
I don't know that one.
You should check it out.
Fuck it. Just grab a hammer.
It's
Crushed-
It's
We have PlayStation 4, I think.
yeah. It's called It Takes Two. It's really good. It's a
It
couch
Takes
co-op
Two.
game, so it would be split screen like what you don't like. But
I probably shouldn't have
really
said
good.
that. I'd like to apologize in advance
To all the Matt Stubbs fans out there.
on my campaign. This is my apology campaign. So I did something that I've never done. It's a different type of gaming last weekend. I wanted to talk about it real quick and shoot the shit since we are still in shoot the shit.
And then we'll go back to the timeline. 'cause I
We'll
have
go
a
back to the
question for
timeline.
Ted.
Oh yeah, that's pretty much what I think what our show is going to be. But
Yeah,
anyway,
we'll go back to that.
I did an escape room
oh yeah.
for the first
Oh,
time.
for the first
time, huh?
First time, man.
Was it
All
fun?
right.
Yeah,
I
this
did.
place was called Corky's, and it was in
Uh-oh.
Grapevine. I knew somebody.
Porky's?
I knew somebody would do that. No, but so this place had axe throwing. It had,
Yeah, people throwing axes at you, and you got to get out.
yeah,
Okay.
hell yeah, man. Yeah, then they
The
had
door
darts,
opens and you're in an
yeah.
axe throwing lane.
and it had a cidercade and like old school games or
I don't trust places where you can drink and throw axes.
well,
I don't like that.
the axe throwing sucked because it's too. They didn't make it right. It's too narrow
Oh.
and it's not long enough. So it's like it was dangerous. I felt like every time I threw it, it bounced back and
Oh yeah.
like almost kill people.
Oh.
And I was like, man, this is not like the places that I've been to. It was just felt cramped. But the escape room was badass. We did Alcatraz. And yeah, just wanted to let you guys know about
How
that.
much,
Dude,
Escape rooms are fun.
How much?
Yeah. How much did
Like,
it
do they
cost?
charge you to do the escape room?
Oh, this was for a company party that Mandy had. So I could find out if you want, but
Eh,
this place was definitely cool. I thought we would do better than we did, but
they're actually pretty challenging.
yeah, the one that Mandy did. She said that only like they were reading about it and stuff, and only 20% of the population get it.
Really?
Yeah, and they got it.
I think they just say that so you feel better about yourself.
That's what I
Maybe.
said.
I
We
think that's it. Alcatraz, hopeless.
we'll sometimes
Journey
do
to the
these.
No,
Jesus.
Alcatraz was supposed to be the easiest,
Jack the
and we
Ripper.
didn't do well. They did Jack the Ripper.
We'll,
So
we'll sometimes do these hunt a killer games. You know what I'm talking about?
The
That's-
board game
Yeah.
thing.
But
Yeah.
like you can only play it once, and then when you beat it, like you got to try to solve the crime, and they give you
Yeah.
all these evidence packages and all this stuff.
so it's like a
inside of the
who
box.
done it party.
Yeah, it's pretty
game,
cool.
kinda?
Yeah, it's cool.
Yeah.
Like they'll say on the back, it should only take you 2 hours, and it'll be like it'll take us
Yeah.
like 5-6 hours.
I tell
to
you,
figure it
the
out.
coolest freaking Halloween party that I've ever been to have always been gay couples. And we went to. Didn't you come? Did you come to the one where Johnson and I went out and they did a who done it? And it was like we're just it was like a normal party. We were just hanging out and stuff. Everybody's just drinking, partying and stuff. Halloween, and then all of a sudden this dude just falls out.
I don't remember that.
So you weren't there then.
Yeah, no.
It was funny because we dressed up as Skipper and Gilligan and Skipper, but
Who was Gilligan?
I was Gilligan. Yeah. This was Steadfast Times.
Okay.
So
Just wondering.
yeah, and
No,
he
the
was Skipper. Yeah, he
Okay.
was Skipper.
That makes sense. Okay, I got you.
Did he
And
have
it
the
was
hat?
funny. It was
I
funny
want
because
pictures.
Johnson was freaking out because all these gay men were like successful gay men too. Like I was like kind of, whoa, what do we got here?
You may change
So-
my mind.
I'm like, he might have changed me up. But anyway, they kept commenting about how cute him
Oh boy, no.
and
I would have
were.
remembered that
Because my
Grumbles.
ex-wife, she was Mary Ann, so it
Oh.
went together. But anyway, we're just sitting there hanging out. All of a sudden, this dude just falls out, bam, and then like we're like, what the hell? And I started, of course,
Going
Laughing?
to do CPR.
like
You're
no,
laughing.
I'm about to call 911 because I'm freaking out, thinking someone just collapsed.
CPR with my
But-
penis.
Anyway, everybody's like, no, shut up, just calm down, man, calm down. It's part of the party and stuff. And then they did a whodunit game the rest
Oh,
of
that's
the
cool.
night, and it was like a 2-hour game. It was
Yeah.
cool too. Everybody had fun doing it, and I didn't know that the buddy I was
That's cool.
talking to was in on it, and that was his role.
Dun, dun, dun.
Yeah.
That's cool. That sounds like fun.
Yeah.
That is kind of cool. I would
It
like
was
to
a
go
cool
to a party
party.
where people just die and you have to figure it out.
Well, I think that's what he's talking. That's kind of like that what you're talking about, wasn't it?
Well, I mean, what I'm talking about is
the-
like it's like a board game thing that you
Yeah.
can
Oh,
buy, and
yeah?
it just has. But essentially, it's the same.
Yeah.
Like your version was like a live action kind of thing going on.
Yeah.
But yeah, they're going to give you clues, and you got to go search the house for different things to figure out who did
Yeah.
what and how it happened. Yes,
I
same
was-
sort of thing.
Dude, Dustin. So you might know this because you've been to a few, right?
I've been to, yeah.
Have you ever talked to like the owners and stuff? Like, is it a franchise that you buy and then all of a sudden they send you a link to some how to get everything set up?
The
and
ones I've been
according to the story and all that, or is it just all do what you want?
when they built them, it was early in the whole craze of escape rooms.
Yeah,
Because there's the one downtown Fort Worth, there's the one over by Ridgemar Mall, and I've done both those and worked both of them, ran fiber into them, and they told us that it was just they started building it out on their own, and the one in Ridgemar took off because it was one of the first ones in the area
yeah.
to where they moved to a different building that was
Yeah.
way bigger and redid everything.
Dude, I bet that's hard.
And-
Like that has to take some massive work.
Yeah.
doing
So-
all that.
Susie's kids are
Mhm.
huge into these. Like they do
escape
like one a
rooms?
month.
Yeah.
And they go and they try to do like the hardest
I
ones
want to
in
go
the
back
area.
and get vindicated
Well,
because there's some backstory on mine.
they were talking about one that was like you leave one room, go into another room, you go into another
Yeah.
room, you
This
go
was
into
3
another room,
rooms,
Yeah,
I
and they
think.
Right.
like stuff falls on you, stuff attacks you, stuff shoots out at you and
That's
stuff.
how the one I did in Grapevine was.
I was
It
like,
multiple
that's
rooms.
Was it at a
badass.
place? What was it? The name of it? Was it Corky's?
Can't remember. No, it wasn't that.
Yeah.
I would have remembered that now.
You know, we did one on Jeff's podcast one night.
We did. Was that drunk?
I did.
I must have been
In
inebriated.
Jeff's crew, you didn't go.
Oh,
This was in
okay.
your. I'm not doing anything with anybody face.
That's
Oh, that's still now. Hasn't changed.
say so. Anyway, I just thought like if I just figured it has to be a franchise. Someone had to have trademarked all these cool ass rooms, and you just probably once you pay your fee and all that, they like send you all the directions and all that. But you're
I think
saying
all
they
of them
just
are
wing 'em?
different. They're all different.
Yeah.
Now, have you done Meow Wolf?
Oh,
It's
no, I
not an
can't wait
escape room,
Yeah.
but there are little games going
that you
on
can play.
that you got to search for things, hunt for things,
Yeah.
tag things with your phone and stuff. Yeah.
When you, if you're really into the game part, how long do you think you should expect to stay out there?
A while,
Like
If
over
you're really
over
looking
3
for the
hours and
stuff.
stuff?
Half the day.
maybe. Yeah.
Man, that'd be
Aiden
fun.
and I, it took Aiden and I 2 hours.
Did y'all do one of the puzzles?
What? No, we didn't know. It was right when it opened, so
Oh,
we didn't
yeah?
know anything that was going on. And when we left, we saw this little thing that you scan. I scanned it with my phone, and it said, "You didn't find any of us." And I was like,
You little
Oh.
bitch.
See, they got you. That's genius.
I was like,
That is
what
genius.
the
Now I
hell?
gotta go back through.
Now
Play
I got to go
again.
back through.
Well,
yeah,
and
that's
then
genius.
As we go through
Meow
the little
Wolf people are
store,
genius.
the girl that's checking us out, she goes, "So did y'all follow the story?" And I'm like, "What story?" And she's like, "Oh, when you walk in, there's a whole story that leads through this. The house, you've
You're
seen
like,
the picture. There's a
some
big house
information
there,
I'd like to know.
and it's like
Yeah.
you go through the house and you go through photo albums and you do this, do that. Then you go and you sit down at the laptop in the dining room and you
Did you-
look through
did you
stuff
throw a
for
fit?
clues to work your way
Did
through.
you
I was
bust a
like,
GD?
it'd be nice if this was posted
I wanna-
somewhere.
Yeah,
We knew what
right,
was
right,
going on.
right.
Where's my
There's a
nugget?
brochure.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was a real deal. Well,
Yeah.
don't you think that's some information I'd like to know?
So I'm ready for the next round. I'm ready.
I love it. By the way, anytime I'm out in public and I get to throw that out there, I love
Yeah.
it. It's coming out.
Yeah.
It's anything. What
was the
Just to
thing?
be funny if my wife's like, I got my keys here. Oh, do you think that's some information I'd like to know? And everybody, the looks of everybody
Everybody's
when
like,
you do
"What
that.
the
What the
hell?"
hell?
All right. So back to the timeline.
Yeah, where are we on the timeline now? We through puberty yet?
We're up to the podcast starting, but
Okay.
when did Ted start dabbling into this realm of hip hop?
Well, man.
Was
Make
it
sound
back?
like a drug?
Hey, was it back then?
Hi,
Oh,
yes, it
yeah.
whoa, dude. What the hell? Yeah, actually. So that would have been in that was with Matt. That was Jesus, dude.
We were jamming that before you came in. Yeah,
That's
we had that playing before you came
Wow.
up here.
I don't even know what's on that, man.
Oh, you should sign it.
It's cool.
Wow, that's
Sign it.
crazy. Yes.
It sounds like one of those Apple like an Apple chill track or something that you have. You know, it's cool.
Is this all-
Like, yeah.
This is it.
I get
There's
work.
no vocals.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
We're just doing. Well,
Yeah, it's
Matt
just
and I
y'all
were
jamming.
writing to it for sure.
I get some work done with this, man. I feel like I'm about to code.
What year was this? Because this was
That was pre-audioscopic for
Who
sure.
played the
Yeah.
bass? 'Cause that
These
bass
were
is
these
awesome.
are all like sequence MIDI tracks and
Oh,
stuff like
you did
that.
MIDI?
Yeah.
It's awesome, dude.
Man.
Paul
think
McCartney.
dude.
Paul
I think you
McCartney's
need to
precursor
continue
to
that
his Christmas
project.
album.
That's crazy.
You
So
should
this
continue
is-
that project.
what, around 2000?
Yeah, something like that. Absolutely. 99, 2000, something like that, probably.
Dude, I'd throw that on if I had I was having a house party
That's
and had some
crazy.
sushi over.
That's crazy.
I'd be
man.
playing this.
Yeah, so Matt and I started fooling around. We were writing lyrics back then, making, we didn't know how to get any beats or anything like that back then, and that's got a little EDM sound to it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But we were writing rhymes to it, and then of course something happened with that. But I mean, hip hop's always been a part of my life.
Yeah.
I mean, the very first CD I ever owned was Digital Underground.
Really?
Yeah.
It wasn't a Beastie Boys.
No, but I was
Because I
thinking.
think your sister
Yes.
might have hooked me on Beastie Boys.
Oh, for sure. So some of my earliest memories with music, period, was riding around with my sisters, listening to License to Ill, and I remember. I don't know if you were there, but we were. It must have been 92, 93 or something like that, because it was a Saturday night, and we were whoever was there. We were at Amy Goodson's house, and the Beastie Boys were going to be playing on Saturday Night Live.
I was there.
and they did What You Want, and and it was like an event. You know, it was a really big deal.
She had a whole bunch of people over.
Yeah.
We all sat around and watched Saturday Night Live for
SNL.
I was
Beastie Boys.
yeah,
That's what you do in
specifically
92,
to see
yo.
the Beastie Boys.
Yep.
But yeah, man. But yeah, that would have been the first time that there was ever any writing done.
That's a classic video clip now.
On
that's
SNL?
SNL, yeah. That was everybody was.
In standard def.
That
Yeah.
album was retarded.
Do they do music anymore on SNL?
No.
Or is it
Oh,
just
yeah,
like,
they
they
still
just
do.
do
Yeah, yeah,
advertisements
yeah,
for
they
Taylor
still
Swift?
Yeah.
They still do it.
Yeah. I don't even know the last time I listened to it.
You're gonna make
Or
me a copy of
watched
this.
SNL.
I need a copy.
You do?
I'm gonna try and write
It's not
to
bad to chill out
it. I'm
to.
gonna try and write.
It's great.
To it.
Dude, I think we were using some sort of whatever like stock library loops that there were on
The
Was this a-
Casio.
whatever.
Was it a Fruity Loops or an acid?
Yeah, acid.
Bro, I don't even know what it was. It was Matt's brother's computer, and he had
Yeah.
something on there.
You know, that's a thing now, man. These kids, I see these videos on TikTok and Instagram of these kids that are using lo-fi stuff, like old shit,
Sure.
but making freaking modern music with it, and like
That's a whole
modern
genre.
sound.
Oh,
Yeah,
Lo-fi
it's-
is a
it's-
genre.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
I watched
It's
this
cool.
one band one time in Dallas that made it was like 8-bit music, and all of the sounds were using like analog machines. Like they had a dot matrix printer
Yeah.
on stage with a
Oh,
microphone
I've
attached.
seen
Oh,
those
I've seen
videos.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They-
I've seen them.
Yeah.
it's awesome.
Then you got those
That's
noise
cool.
cats too. Those noise cats that are like they'll bust open their pedals and like, or just find an old tape recorder or something.
Just do weird, yeah.
Just do some
mess it
crazy
up.
Start
yeah.
circuit bending pedals.
Some of it sounds pretty cool too, but it's weird because they just kind of pitch a tent like out in front of a wherever. It's usually outside. All the videos that I've
Yeah.
seen,
and
they're
they're
just going off, making all this crazy racket. I was like, damn, that's what we used to do in Dustin's shed, man. We used to do that shit all the time.
Yeah.
Every time I've been to the Grackle Art Gallery, that's what's happening. Is a
Yeah.
guy up there with a bunch of
Just
devices
fucking shit up.
and just making racket with
Yeah.
them, and
Yeah.
it's cool. It's fun.
Yeah.
I mean,
very-
neat.
For me,
avant garde.
It's more of it's like a performance
Very
thing.
avant-garde.
Sounds like.
this is Cowboy.
Skip Redstone's in the chat says MTV Music Generator is what we use.
Oh.
Shit, I forgot my train of thought. Thanks a lot, Skip
Skip.
Redstone.
All right, so you did this Do Good Boys or the Do Good Boys
Do Good
record.
Boys. Yeah.
That just sounds like a band that gets laid a lot.
Yeah.
What's the name of your
Yeah,
band
and
again?
this is playing.
we
in the
were we
room.
call ourselves
Do Good
DGB
Boy,
for
the
short
Do
because it
Good
sounded more
DGBs.
hard. You know.
Yeah, with the do good.
DGB, straight out of Tonga.
Yeah, you've seen us at Texas Billiards.
Oh, it's Shelly. Shelly's using Skip Redstone's account. Skip
Oh,
Redstone
okay.
must be busy. If you know what I
Uh-oh.
mean?
Well, I thought he was out of town.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so
We
you
can
start-
just play this the whole show now.
I'm just gonna leave it playing. This is track
Yeah.
2. We're cruising through it.
Yeah, yeah.
So, yeah, there were only 3 tracks on this disc,
Damn you!
but I remember you giving this to me, being like, "Man, give this a listen.
Check this.
Check it out."
Like, all right.
I was like, "Okay, cool."
That's crazy. I didn't even know I didn't remember even making a CD. Like I totally remember all that, but not ever having a physical copy of anything. That's why. You hold on to everything. That's so cool.
Well, all local. Well, that box back behind you is like
Mm.
everything local.
yeah.
I've
Do you
I had
guys
over
have
the years.
anybody that you think might be out there just waiting on some music that we said we were gonna send over sometimes? Like you're just sitting there like
yeah. There's people
all of a
with-
sudden someone coming out is gonna find you and be like, "Hey Ted, what's up, man? Remember when we did this?" And you're like, "Oh no, man, just send it over, dude."
Or what about like Jennifer Smith has Stink Flamingo stuff already? Like
Yeah.
she ordered a Stink Flamingo cup or whatever.
I didn't know we had merch.
We didn't. She made her own
Oh.
because she's waiting for a show.
We do need to play a show, but still, I'm serious.
You
though.
got to
It's
write
like-
words.
So you're saying I'm that guy
Yeah, you're the guy that everybody's waiting on.
on the words?
Yeah.
Okay.
The lyrics. Anyway,
Well, now you have AI and ChatGPT. You just get us something to
Oh yeah.
push it out.
I'll have it. Tell her I'll have
In
it.
about
I'll
30
have it by
seconds.
next week.
okay. All right. So anyway, this incarnation, like the song we opened up with,
Mm-hmm.
when did all this fire up? Because you have quite a few releases here.
Yeah.
That I'm seeing the earliest one is 22.
Yeah, I started releasing stuff late last year, but I'd been like dissecting the craft aspect of it for years. Like I started really paying attention, 2015 or something like that. Like, and also it kind of coincided with just rock music. While I like listening to it, like I'd pick up my guitar and there was just nothing. You know what I mean? It was just like it was dead. And even if I did happen to come up with something, like the idea of trying to get other guys to play with, it was like not feasible, and it just didn't make a lot of sense. And at that time, I really just started focusing in on a lot of the music that I was listening to at that time was like a lot of underground indie hip hop and stuff like that. And so I just kind of got sucked into it, man. I just really found a passion for it, and it was speaking to me in a way that like other music wasn't anymore.
Mhm.
And really found like the appreciation, I guess, for like I 100% feel like good hip hop, when it's done well, has one of the most creative ways to describe things. Like it's the most mentally stimulating form of like lyricism, I think. And that's just my opinion, you know, take it or leave it, whatever. But there's just a lot of different stuff going on. And it's like the type of music I can listen to over and over again and hear something new every time. Be like, damn, that dude I just caught what he was saying here. And there's like multiple layers and things like that. So I just really started digging into that, paying attention to that stuff. And then the fact that I could do it sort of self-contained, like I didn't have to really rely on anybody else for assistance.
That's the nice thing.
That was a big kicker. And I was, you know, growing up, I was always really into, I mean, like Trent Reznor, you know, it was like there were a lot of influences where it was like dudes that just did it all themselves. And so this is one of those aspects, and some of the hip hop that I really appreciated at the time, it was the same way. The producers were making all their own music. They were also, you know, rapping on it, and so I was really kind of drawn into that aspect of it, and it was just something I could do for myself and kind of have fun with, and yeah. So it was like 2000. It was late last year. I mean, I'd been writing for a long time, but it was mostly, you know how like if you're learning how to play the guitar, it's like you play for a long time and all you do is like sound like shit, and you gotta like
What was it? 35 years for me.
yeah, right. And you like it takes you a while before you get to a place where you kind of like find your own vibe, like your
Yeah.
own style, or which for a lot of years it's just like I'm playing this song, I'm sounding like this guy, or I'm doing
Yeah.
this thing, and then it's like it kind of takes a while to find your own lane.
Yeah.
So there was like years of that where I was just kind of listening to stuff and I'd write things, but it was like emulating something else, and I hadn't kind of found any lane, you know, or anything that felt authentic or whatever. And then in 2022, like I just started writing some stuff that was like real to me anyway. And that was the culmination of like the first thing that I put out, which was called Split on that. But
So,
Yeah.
one of the things that, since we're talking about Split, is you have a bunch of features on there.
yeah, so
How yeah, go ahead. Go roll into that.
yeah, so actually, so here's how that worked out. When I was writing, I was not in a position yet where I could create all of my own instrumentation.
Okay.
And so I was like just scouring YouTube and stuff for beats and writing stuff. And I found this one guy from Poland who made a lot of really weird beats that like I resonated with me. And I was like, okay, these are cool. Like it's different. I could tell that the dude, like he built them up from scratch. It wasn't, some of it's loops, you know, but some of it's samples, and, you know, he'd flip them though. You could tell that it wasn't just like a drag and drop kind of situation. And dude was actually building some music and doing some MIDI instrumentation in there and stuff like that. And I liked the sound of it. So I started writing to this stuff without ever talking to him. And I basically had like 3 or 4 songs, and then I was like, you know what? I'll just reach out to but I wasn't going to do anything with it because I was like, what am I going to do with this? And so I reached out to him and I was like, hey, we don't know each other or whatever, but I've been writing to the stuff. Like, you want to hear it? And so we started talking, and he goes, his name's Makari. He lives in Poland, and he goes by the name Mycelial Beats. He's like, most of his music sounds like you're on a weird acid trip or something. And so anyway, we collaborated. He was like, yeah, use whatever you want, use any beats you want, and then just put me down there as a feature on the songs. So Split was entirely
That's
produced
cool shit.
by him. Yeah. What I did, he was like, well, what kind of budget do you have? I was like, I don't have a budget. What are you talking about, man? Like,
Here's a picture of my room.
But I told him, I was like,
I'll order some pizza.
I was like, look, the only place your beats are is on YouTube. I was like, I'll pay for a year for you to have DistroKid or something. And then you can just like put your stuff on there. That'll be my way of compensating you for you letting me use all this music.
Yeah.
And so that was the deal we made. And so I just recorded those songs or whatever, and put it out. I mean, in hindsight, listening to it, I can definitely tell like I hadn't, I have done everything like mixing and mastering and all this stuff, and you gotta go back and listen to that in comparison with The Great Escape, and I can tell a difference. Like, some of the mixes are amateur. I mean, even on Great Escape, they're a little amateur. They're amateur, but even more so on.
Well, don't point them out.
Well, no,
it's
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 just
have people go listen to it.
yeah, well, it's dude. I mean, mixing music and doing that aspect of stuff it's its own thing.
But
That's why people pay other people to do it.
That's 10 tracks, and then you put out The Great Escape, and another 12 tracks
Mm-hmm.
within this same year.
Yeah, I'm always writing stuff.
I mean, that's pretty impressive. And then you have the singles that have fallen in between, but
Yeah.
that's pretty impressive.
Thanks, man.
Yeah, I mean, you're spitting it out. That's cool.
Yeah, there's all I was listening to this interview with Andre 3000 when he was like interviewing with someone with GQ about his Flute album, and he's like, I'm this old and I just don't have anything to say. What am I gonna say? And I'm like, I don't know. I feel completely opposite to that. I'm like, actually, I have like way more to say now than I ever did.
The older
before.
you get, the more you should be aware.
Yeah. So it's just there's always always ideas, but the music's got to speak to me. But The Great Escape was one of those deals where I wanted to do it all. Like, I didn't want to.
There's your Prince moment. Now you can say your Prince
moment.
Yeah, because he did all of his own
Oh.
instruments.
Yeah. For the most part, there's two songs
dead,
that I
though.
didn't do.
Well, he's dead now. He's reincarnated.
You built everything out?
Yeah, except for two tracks, the opening track and then the closing track. Those were done.
The vocal stuff? Or the spoken word stuff?
No.
What's going on?
Well, no, my bad.
The sample?
I did those, but the opening song, Ignition, the actual song,
Okay.
and then New York Summers, I didn't produce any of the music on that.
Oh, okay.
But all the other tracks I did the music production on. I did everything. I sequenced all the drum beats. Some of them were, break beats that I pulled. Flipped
you
all
using?
the samples and stuff like that, Logic.
You're
And
in Logic?
Yeah, and I'll use a bunch of those sounds are from the like stock Logic. I'll flip those samples like.
I mean, that's why they're there for. That's especially the MIDI tracks. They're there for
Bro.
you to just screw up and jack with.
Yeah.
And
You take
They sound
those,
great.
change the instrument up. You can completely alter the entire
Yeah.
thing. I mean, it's like you'd never even know.
And now that they got that the live drummer thing,
Yeah.
You can pick your person or whatever, but then you can really jack things
You
up.
can tweak it out,
Like, cool.
but it's still not as good as like sequencing some stuff and having some good breakbeat samples or something like that. But and then now I use Splice. I have like a Splice account, so like I'll pull samples off that, and that helps a lot. I mean, I won't build an entire song off of that, but like I'll use like bits and pieces. But yeah, on The Great Escape, I did the whole thing, all the instrumentation. There's a lot of MIDI stuff going on. I have a little MIDI controller. I'll do like all the bass lines and stuff like that.
That's tight. That's
Yeah,
cool.
it's fantastic.
That's really, really cool.
Yeah,
really,
it's fun.
really cool.
And I don't have to mess with anybody else. I just do it on my own time.
That's the great thing, not having to wait for a stupid fucking guitarist to come
Mhm.
over or someone to write words to a song when you've got a whole library sitting here ready to go
Must
and
be terrible.
played live.
Terrible. Torture, even.
Just
Torture.
waiting on other people.
Or a
man.
drummer that has to leave in the middle of practice to go on a date.
Hmm.
It was worth it.
Everybody looking at
Those
you.
It was worth it.
There's another thing coming out soon too. It's called
Fully
no, it's just a little 8-song EP called Maps.
Maps.
Yeah.
Is it a
Maps.
cover of the Course of Empire
Yeah.
classic?
No, unfortunately.
New Maps?
No, it's a modern guide to navigate the complex terrain of today's modern landscape.
Look at you.
Look at this. This is
What?
very sophisticated.
Man.
This is-
Yeah.
I think your goatee grew just a hair
is,
in,
yeah.
in that little
Wow.
speech.
I think my head hurts. So when's the last time you picked up a guitar?
I haven't touched a guitar in a couple years.
Really?
hmm
Have you ever thought about building out a little guitar loop and
For sure. Totally.
fucking with it?
100%. Yeah, I've been thinking about that lately actually a lot. Because I'm like, the thing is it's different. Like those types of like guitar work that you might hear on a song like that is different than the type of guitar stuff that I've done historically for
Yeah.
the most part.
Yeah.
So I think there would be a lot of like just kind of playing around for a while.
But yeah, like as far as you going back to creating your own new thing, and it's still being you, but still being new, you would just merge the old you with the new you,
Mm.
and your guitar sound and your guitar
Very foundation esque
yeah,
again.
and then there's a rip tear in the time space continuum
Yeah.
when the new you and the old you meet.
feel. Don't be scared.
So when Brother Dawn and Brother Dusk meet Brother
Fighting.
Day,
Dun, dun, dun.
And Brother
very
Day,
weird.
yeah,
I'm surprised he.
Brother Day's got to break it up.
I'm gonna stop here for a minute. Jesse, do you have an Apple Plus, Apple TV, Apple Plus
I don't think
account
so. I don't think so.
where you can watch cool streaming shows?
Mm-mm.
We get an incredible discount with the job we do and the things we do. You and Laura need to sit down and watch Foundation.
No, I've seen the trailers for it, and I know I would
Awesome.
probably
Your
get it.
brain will explode.
Yeah.
It's freaking fantastic. We tried to get
It's
Jeremy to watch it, but
absolutely
Okay.
awesome.
Nope.
Jeremy sent us a message
I'm
today. He
scared.
smokes too
Yeah,
much.
shit.
Yeah. Oh, see, your wife's already ahead of you.
Oh, I know, and I think I might have in the giant flood of things that I send her in Messenger all the time. She loves that, don't you, honey? I think I did send her a trailer for that show like a couple of weeks ago.
I read the first book, and I can tell you that the show at least does not start off
Like the book.
anywhere near the book.
So, how many books are in the
Oh man,
story?
a handful. I don't get me lying.
The
I'm not
Googles
for
would
sure.
know.
I think it's at least 3.
Okay. Because I
But-
feel like we haven't even got into the like. I think this is the tip of the iceberg with this series.
It
What's
kinda
what's
feels
going
like
on
it.
with this
They-
story?
There's some. I know that they took some creative liberties on. There are aspects of stuff going on in the TV show that's not at all in the books.
Not in the book.
But
Kinda like
that's not
they
a
did
bad
Walking
thing.
Dead.
I think because to be honest, I'm not a huge Isaac Asimov fan. I don't think he's the greatest writer in the world. So they're
Yeah.
probably doing the story justice.
7 books.
Oh wow, that was way
Yeah,
more.
the
than
Foundation-
that.
the
Because there's
Foundation series,
there's
yeah,
the
it's
original
long.
trilogy, then there's 2 prequel and 2 sequel.
Dang man,
Yeah. Yeah, and
that would
Silo.
be a hard book for me to
Oh,
read.
Silo was cool.
I haven't watched Silo
That first
yet.
season of Silo was great, and it
I still
you
haven't
know,
watched it.
And then I'm all caught up on For All Mankind. Great, I love that. Are you caught up?
I can't remember. Think so. Maybe. Don't
I
say
won't give
anything.
away.
Yeah.
There were a lot of flashbacks.
I'm
This
caught
episode,
up
this
on
week's
the
episode.
Lawman.
Oh,
The Lawhawk has his own show.
No,
no,
the
the Bass.
yeah, Bass. What's his
Bass
name?
Reeves.
Bass Reeves, Lawman.
You see my
Bass
uncle in it
Reeves.
anymore?
Uh-uh.
Oh, I need to go look for my uncle in it.
Yeah.
He's all over it somewhere.
No,
Doing
y'all show. Didn't y'all show me?
Yeah, but he's
Yeah.
like all over it. I gotta go. I haven't watched an episode yet.
It's good.
Is it good?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Mhm. TV talk.
Did you hear that him and Rip are like in odds and are in court about coffee?
What really?
Yeah, that what's the dude from Dazed and Confused? What's his name?
Yeah.
That plays Rip.
Cole
Cole
something.
Hauser.
Cole. Yeah.
He put out a coffee, and apparently Sheridan was like, "That's too much like my branding that I'm using on mine," and tried to put the kibosh because he said that Hauser's was in copyright infringement or whatever they do, trademark infringement for his because of the font they used. And I was like, dude,
Oh my god!
I'm like, man, that's
Okay.
that.
That's
If you,
like
if you,
bullshit.
That's a
yeah, and
reach.
the thing that makes me mad is that's Taylor's. Like, he's from Texas, right? Like, he's been here all this time. He knows. You drive down the road, there's 6 ranches that have similar fonts,
yeah, similar
branding fonts.
Yeah.
So
And here's the problem with coffee right now.
there's too much.
Too
of
much
it there
of it.
right
Too
now.
much
Right
of
now,
it.
there's too much of
Way.
it.
It's going to turn into
You
the
bring back
craft
the
beer
cocaine.
craze, where all these craft beers opened, and then everything started tasting like shit. Yeah. And the same. It's just all going to be shut down. I mean, you're going to see these coffee houses, these artisan coffees, just close up shop. But
Does
if
that
you
mean
need
we're
some,
not going to do any Jerry Jonestown
if you need some,
Massacre?
well,
Coffee.
Coffee
he's
no
been
more?
here
'Cause
for
that
a
was
while.
good,
He's
man.
been here for a while. We need to get some. I got to send him a message. He's supposed to make us some.
Batch Part 2.
Mm.
Is that what you call it? Batch
Yeah.
2.
Yeah.
Batch
Batch
Part 2.
Coffee. The
Our
sequel.
coffee was great. People really want it.
Hey, you can use this right now. Batch Part 2 for your advertisement. Okay, there you go.
You want to really shoot the shit for a minute?
Yeah. Oh wait, I
Uh,
gotta ask you sports stuff too.
Yeah, that's
we're
what I'm
running out
saying.
of time.
Cowboys and Philly
Yeah,
was this weekend.
yeah. Do you want me to make public your little fanboy statement you made the other night?
Did you like that?
I
figured
did like it.
it'd make
did like
y'all's
it.
ears perk up.
Yeah.
I was waiting for a witty comeback from Jeremy, but nothing.
Well, I didn't want to say anything because you know how superstitious I am. So I'm not saying a damn thing. But would you like to make it public?
I
though?
said, fire up the bandwagon because this thing's got something. That's what I said.
Which means he's giving it the full stamp of approval to go to the bowl, is what he's saying.
Not, I didn't
He's-
say to
yes,
the bowl.
He is. He's gonna.
I
Watch
said
in
it's
a couple
got
of weeks. He's
something.
gonna be like, "Go ahead and up it up to the bowl, bro."
It's got something. Now, this weekend will be a challenge.
It's gonna be a challenge. All the rest
We
of our
got the
games are
Bills.
not great. I mean, Miami's kind of falling apart, but
But you got Buffalo this weekend.
not gonna be just
No.
a cakewalk.
But I want to also make another proclamation.
Oh, is this a cowboy or sports related?
Do we need the fanfare?
In the years that I've worked for the Cowboys, the thing I have said is the worst game of the year is when Philly comes here because the fans are assholes.
Mm.
Well, I figured out how you get around this. Beat their ass in the first half,
And they
They
stop
go home.
talking.
and they walk with their tail between their legs, and they won't say anything. They are the chants during the game. Philly sucks. Could y'all hear them on TV? It was loud.
I don't think I had it up very loud, but I
Philly
did notice
sucks.
that a lot of the
Philly
crowd there was a
sucks.
lots and lots of less green like in towards the
The second
second
half?
quarter. Yeah,
Second
like at
quarter.
the end
Well-
of the second quarter they were like starting to
filter
Not
out.
feel
Well,
good
at the end
about
of the
Yeah.
third, there
Let's
was
just
a
go get drunk, man.
beginning of the fourth. There was a mass exodus of green,
Yeah.
and the entire stadium started singing "Hey, hey, goodbye."
Yeah. Good for them.
It felt almost
Good for them.
European football esque with all the chants that were happening and everybody chanting along. That doesn't really happen in
Yeah.
American football. I wish there was more. We need to start making up our own songs, our own chants, But
Well, the
it
Redskins
felt really
and
good.
a lot of teams have their own.
And I was
We don't.
really wondering how much
Redskins?
They
it was
have one.
transferring through the TV.
So does the Jets. So does the Eagles.
Who was that? It was on NBC, right?
Oh, we
'Cause
had.
Sunday night-
I think we had. Yeah, it was Sunday night. So
I was just
we had
wondering
Al
if
Michaels and
NBC took the crowd mic and just faded it down. and
Took
went,
it away a little.
probably
Philly sucks. Philly sucks because it
Probably.
was loud.
because that's one of those darling teams that
Yeah.
the Northeast loves,
love
and
Philly.
yeah, so I'm sure there was a lot of we can't let this seem what it is. That's
Yeah.
why. But every year, what do we say? That'll be a split.
Yeah.
No matter how
They'll
bad
split
it is, no matter how good one team is or bad the other is, it's always going to split between Dallas and Philly.
So the last game of the season's against them there of the regular
Ooh.
season.
Who's?
The Cowboys' last regular season game is Philly there.
No, man, we already played Philly. We played Philly at the beginning of the season,
Are you sure?
didn't we?
No,
Then
I
we
thought
got
it,
we got beat by Philly up
unless
in
I'm
Philly.
thinking of last year.
I think you might be thinking of last year. Pretty sure we already got beat by Philly.
Hold on. I thought it was maybe.
If not, my mind is.
Oh, I'm sorry.
gone.
No, the last game's Washington there.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. That's what
Yeah,
I.
the
It
Reds
was
Still-
last
still
year
in the
was Philly
division,
there.
But
Okay, cool.
Yeah. So we got
Phew!
Bills
So it's
this
you going
week,
crazy, not me.
Dolphins, then Lions. Here is the last home game
Hmm.
of the season, and then up at Commanders. We have 4 left.
But this is the season. This is or I should say, this is the month that they tend to.
Everything falls apart.
In that first 5 minutes, I was starting to think, "Are we seeing it? Are we seeing it?"
That's what I thought too. I was like,
And
here we
then-
go.
And then what you
Here
like
we
to
go.
see in these football teams, tough. Like what you like to see with these teams to gauge them is how they respond to that stuff. And next thing you know, just the better team poked its head out and stomped.
So Sunday there's a conflict of interest, and I have this on the upcoming segment of the show. Is that the Fort Worth Weekly Music Awards are on Sunday, and for some reason this year, normally you get there about 4 or 5 o'clock, and it goes till like 9.
Mhm.
Well, this year they scheduled it 3 to 6, and the Bills game starts at 3:25.
That's not smart of them.
No,
What is are they away?
yeah,
Is it at,
at
okay, so you
Bills.
don't have to work it.
no. Last year I had to work it and haul ass to. I went straight from the stadium to the Ridgely.
Where are they doing it at this year?
At the Ridgely.
Why don't you put a face tattoo wager on this thing?
No, because
Are
I'm
you
not
confident enough?
I'm not an idiot.
So you're not that confident yet.
No. I'm just.
Is
you
there
know,
a
I think
confidence level
I
that
said
you?
fired up. I didn't say we're hopping on.
Oh man.
I said fired up. So yeah,
Watch next week.
you
to
just
the
want
bowl.
you just want him to say always tired before this year's over.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you want to go, the Fort Worth Weekly Music Awards is on Sunday, from 3 to 6 at the Ridgely Theater.
I will totally be at work.
Open to the public. You can go there.
They'll probably have it on somewhere. The game.
Hopefully, there's more
Yeah.
than
Yeah,
30 people there,
Pretty smart.
like last year. But I also want to. We need to promote this. Our buddy Andrew, who does the Fort Worth Roots podcast, is opening up his studio this Saturday for a big party. It's the first time it's been open to the public. You can come by there and check it out, hang out. It's from noon till whenever the stacking wears off.
Will there be refreshments
There will be
besides
refreshments
stacking
and little
refreshments?
little nubby finger foods. But it's going to be pretty rad. We can
are
go
the
by
moon.
there, hang out. You've been to the studio. I've
We
been to
are
the
the
studio.
moon.
I want to see what he's done different to it, and I want to see if we are the moon while we're there. I want to creep everybody out. I am the moon
We got to dress the same way we were dressed.
down there.
Yeah.
And he is saying that if you're in a band, he said it's required that all podcast and local bands attend. That was his personal note to me.
It's like a requirement.
It's a
Yeah, it's a
mandatory
requirement.
thing. Are you kicked out of the local scene if you don't show up?
I guess so.
Hmm.
You're not. You can't
Ostracized.
be on his show anymore
Yeah, I got you.
for the pub. But
He hasn't had me on since I dropped like 65 cunt bombs on him. So
I wonder why.
He's trying to break his record. It was going-
Oh, Susie says there will be a Christmas tree to decorate. Is that
oh, cool.
slang for
That's cool.
I'll decorate your Christmas tree?
Whoa.
No, I think the
Chicka, chicka,
slang
chicka, chicka.
thing was
Is it dyed green?
is the old mistletoe stuff, like the you can get under my
What's the
mistletoe.
stuff? The silver stuff?
that's
The tinsel.
Tinsel.
Yeah, I got some tinsel for my flesh launcher.
Man, you could get a paper cut or something from messing around with that.
I think his studio's too close to a school to do that.
Oh.
I don't think you can do that. But yeah, he's also asking that if you're in a band,
What if they tape their nipples up?
if you're in a band, bring your music on a thumb drive or CD or something,
I had
because he'll
to.
have something there.
You
He'll
wanna
have.
lift your-
He's got this whole plan. He wants
lift
to
your
build
shirt
this
and show us what it
playlist.
looks like.
Like, what if it's like, the redneck heaven girls type? Is that okay?
Is that a thing at the
Or do
door?
they have to go farther down the street because they're too close to the school?
I think it's too close to school. I gotta go down to McFly's and pay overpriced drink prices.
Yeah, I wonder how many teachers have like
No.
You know how they
on their face?
OnlyFans page.
you know how
a
they,
bunch.
how they have to have one out in the parking lot when moms are dropping off the kids and stuff.
Oh yeah.
that there's been like a stripper that comes in like with her, her outfit or lack of, thereof, anything like that, just comes up and's like, man, you can't get within 300 yards of our school because of that. I'm gonna have to ask you to go down there and put
So
some
she's
clothes
like-
on before you come back over here and drop your kid off.
Sure, fine. Gets in her McLaren and speeds
Yeah.
off. Like, she's just
Sure, I bet that
What-
happens in Vegas daily.
What hours is the school open?
oh yeah, this is
So-
on a Saturday, so we should be good, right?
It's a technical school. They stay
Well,
there really late. And go early
I
and
spent many
stuff, and-
Saturdays at Saturday school. I'm just saying.
Mistletoe. We call it mistletoe.
Mistletoe, huh?
The two people under the mistletoe have to fight. We call it mistletoe.
That doesn't sound nice.
I don't know. So if I'm just happen to be standing there, someone just comes up and decks me. It's just on.
Mistletoe,
Yeah, if you
mistletoe,
see somebody
motherfucker.
walking at you and they've got boxing gloves already taped on, move.
That sounds like a suck ass Christmas party, man.
It seems like they ought to have a notice at the door, let you know when you get there. Like,
Yeah, that needs to be on the invitation for sure.
Yeah. There will be fighting. It is open fighting. So
I'm doing that next party I throw. I'm gonna end the invitation. There will be open fighting.
no,
See
no,
how many
no.
people show up.
You don't put it on the invitation. Well, unless you're trying to keep people away. But what you do is you do like when you
Open
wind up
fighting.
at a concert somewhere and there's like a piece of paper stuck, and,
Yeah.
and it's all legal. There are video cameras in use. Your
Yeah.
likeness could be used in future whatever.
and
Blah,
there
blah,
could
blah.
be open fighting.
You got to put all that, and then the bottom you put, and there could be open fighting
Man, I'm going that
under
bar,
the
dude.
mistletoe.
They got that whole disclaimer. Anytime there could be open bar fighting.
Gonna have open fighting.
I have a big dick.
You're just slinging it around, hitting people in the face.
No,
with
that's
it.
just PS.
Yeah,
P.S.
yeah.
There's open there's open fighting. P.S. I have a big dick. This is the
This is, a
worst,
weird, this is a weird waiver.
the weirdest public waiver ever.
Attorneys are gonna go up there like, what is going on here?
I don't think this holds up in court.
Yeah.
what kind of fighting are y'all doing?
Yeah.
Please visit this
Yeah, I don't
website for
think
registry.
This is gonna hold up.
That's
I just don't
I,
know.
I hope the Trump attorneys listen to us and then go with that. All right, here's the deal.
There's gonna be open fighting.
It's gonna be open fighting.
And this guy's a big dick.
We're gonna go with that.
You can just roll with it, deal with it. How was
That made
Queens
me
the other
cry.
night?
It was awesome, and I'm crying.
I was pissed that I had a
It
Cowboy
was
game.
so awesome. Yeah, no, I was.
I wanted to go.
They played more songs in that set than that. Dale sent me a set, but they played more than it was on that. And you
Did
could
they
tell,
play? I appear missing.
Allow me to consult this doohickey around here on.
It wasn't on the set list on Setlist FM.
Oh, well, then I don't think so.
Hot
Okay.
take, but I think Like Clockwork is my favorite album.
Like Clockwork
yeah.
is amazing.
I have a
It's
hard
great.
time picking a.
That's a
favorite
great
record.
album.
No,
That whole
it's
album
fine.
put me through a lot of stuff over the past couple of years,
Mhm.
and I Appear Missing is
Yeah.
It's glorious.
hard.
You know, Queens of the Stone Age, I was thinking about this the other night because I was pretty pissed seeing everybody's pictures. Completely forgot about it. And till you texted me.
It's like, where are you gonna be?
Right.
Like, fuck you, I'm not gonna be anywhere.
I rely on him for
I'm
that
being
kind-
on my couch.
For concert information, I rely on him. I expect to be updated every week, and I didn't get to update about these
Well-
this show. So
And I didn't even put in for it because of the Cowboy game. I
Yeah.
saw when it was going to be here on the schedule. I was like,
It's like-
fuck.
one
but
of the
I'm putting in for Limp Bizkit and Corey Feldman. You better believe it.
dude.
I'm
So
fucking putting in for
but,
that.
But one thing is that I was thinking about Queens of the Stone Age, just their band and stuff and what they've done, and they're another one of those bands that's like freaking has changed their sound but kept their sound. Like
Well-
there's a familiarity to what they do musically, and it's cool because I've geeked out on like probably all of their albums, like at least once. Just geeked out for a few, and it's one of those the type of band that you go back to like a few years. You'll oh man, I haven't listened to, Feel Good Hit. Was it Feel Good Hit of the Summer?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, I haven't listened to that in a while, and you'll put that in. You're like, this thing was so fucking good, and then you'll listen
and
to
it's such a stupid
it's-
fucking song,
all
but
of-
it's badass.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like it's
Yeah.
simple.
he has a lot of Josh
easy.
has a lot of songs like that, I think.
Mm-hmm. The desert will do
Yeah.
that to you.
Yeah, it's cool. They're a definitely cool band.
I need to
that-
go back to the desert.
There's not many bands that are like that. Is what I'm trying to say. I
Yes,
guess.
and you know
And-
they cycle out members every 3 or 4 years, and you know it'll be Josh and his musical ideas, and he'll say,
But
"You're a
Troy's
drummer."
been with them forever.
Yeah, the guitar player.
Yeah.
Um,
And what's his name? the bass
what can
player?
you do this? What can you do with this? What can you do with this? And you know, Josh is of course the constant, but I know he has. I think he has a minimal requirement feel for the members that he picks,
Yeah.
and then they
yeah.
have their own like
Yeah.
strengths, and he just lets their strengths
Yeah.
go. But
So what's going on with the Eagles of Death Metal? Are they like doing anything now, or are they just kind
I
of?
think a
trying to help
terrorist
themselves?
attack in
Paris,
Paris.
Yeah.
Yeah, they
kinda
haven't really
threw-
got back up off the ground from that, man, have they? I mean, they made that documentary, and
We
then
saw
did they
him
put out
post
one
that.
album after that.
We
And it
saw him
was-
post that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's
This-
a badass band too.
I did see the set list and I was pissed, although they play this every show. But this is a song that came from the Desert Sessions. If it would play.
Yeah,
They
I
played
love this
that.
song.
Oh yeah, no.
And this is a
Good jam.
stupid easy song.
every you know what this
That-
song reminds me of every time I hear it.
Makes
Reminds
me want to take my pants off.
reminds me of that chef that was on CNN.
Anthony Bourdain?
Oh,
Yeah,
Bourdain.
Anthony Bourdain.
Well-
It reminds me of Anthony Bourdain.
Well, Josh
Well, he did an
the
episode
song.
with them.
Yeah, and
No.
Josh did the intro song for
One of their
Parts Unknown.
yeah.
Yeah.
I have
It's
that.
cool.
I have that vinyl. So that vinyl, it's actually like it's not full vinyl size. It's a little shorter, and there's 4 records in it, and each side, because the songs are kind of long, is like 2 songs,
Yeah.
2 songs,
Yeah.
2 songs. 2 songs.
It was funny
It's super
when
cool.
the songs for the Death came out. I was working at the radio station, and I remember no one wanted that out, like any of our giveaways or anything. We had a shit ton. And I was like, "Fuck it, I'll take it."
Wow.
God, Songs for the Deaf. That's
Yeah.
number 2 for me.
Yeah.
Is Songs for the
Same.
Deaf. And I'll go back and forth, but they did play God is on the Radio,
Yes.
which I was like, oh my God.
And I was
that
so
song's
glad
awesome because I haven't seen that since we saw him at
They played Millionaire?
Um,
No way.
House of Blues.
yes.
They played Millionaire?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, they did. Cool.
And yeah, and I remember the first time I saw Queens live, it was at Gypsy Tea Room, and they played "God Is in
Oh,
the
yeah,
Radio."
that's right.
Gypsy
yeah.
Tea Room. That's
but-
a
That
cool
would've been a
venue.
nice
But there
venue, yeah.
was like it was another version of the song.
Yeah.
I knew it was that song, but it was like,
Yeah.
wait a minute,
Yeah.
what the hell?
It's like you play songs
it
for
was
so many years, they
just
just redid it.
jive.
It's
Well, that
kinda
was the
neat.
first time I saw, and
Well, there's the swing version.
that
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 they'll
might have
play
been
of-
it. But it
uh,
was that song, but it was not. It was still awesome.
Yeah.
Did
Yeah,
I-
because there for a while live, Millionaire was swingy
Yeah.
and weird.
Did you see that video that was going around a few months ago of him doing the David Bowie?
No.
It's good.
Is that what he did for the Foo Fighters thing?
Yeah, I think so.
For the
Yeah.
Taylor Hawkins?
The memorial.
Speaking of which, got in line for Foo Fighters tickets today online because you have to stand it now.
You got
stand
online, inline,
in a waiting room,
inline, online.
and there were 10,000 people in front of me, and I had to wait
Jeez.
for them to purchase
Can you
their
put an
tickets. before it came to
avatar in
mine.
there and walk away?
You just gotta leave your phone on and watch it tick down.
Okay.
And went to buy them, and
All gone.
no, they were still there because I guess
They're $2,000 and still
little
high.
tickets kept popping up here and there. $620
for a seat.
for seats.
Yeah, no thanks.
Are these getting
Each.
scalped? Are they getting resold?
This is what Ticketmaster does now is they do this thing called flex pricing when tickets go on sale.
Oh my god!
They
And
adjust to the
They
To the
adjust
going-
demand.
to the
what?
demand.
They okay,
And they
so,
crank up the price, and it's fucking bullshit.
Yes.
But they'll get away with it because people are buying this shit.
So why didn't everybody adopt what the Cure did?
I'm getting so sick of this company,
That-
dude.
I am too.
I don't understand. Every week,
Robert Smith went on a
gonna-
ledge for that and
Yes.
said, "No, this is not happening."
Yeah,
for our
no,
tickets."
everybody should do that.
And you'd think Dave Grohl would do
Yeah,
that.
I can't imagine that the artist would be down for that. Like
No,
that's retarded.
Like tickets
No.
for the show that I'm going to
why is he
talk about
okay with that?
tomorrow. I don't know. I have no idea. Maybe he doesn't know. I don't know. Or maybe it's one of those things when you're locked in those 360 deals with Ticketmaster
There's
Live
nothing you can
Nation.
do about
there's
it.
nothing
Yeah,
you
you're
can fucking do
contractually
about it. You're just
obligated.
done. But
I bet you that's exactly what it
I,
is.
I would lean that
that's
direction.
stupid.
Yeah.
Stupid.
It is stupid.
Did you see the video of Kiss Guy?
Mm-hmm.
That was awesome.
Kiss guy.
Yeah.
That,
That
guy,
was down in Austin, right?
that dude, I'm not sure, but that guitarist was like on point. You know,
Yeah.
like the way you watched him vibe with the band and the way that
Yeah.
they did everything. I was like, dude, this
Oh,
guy's
the
been playing
fan.
music. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah,
He's-
I saw that.
Well, did you ever see the video, and it's on YouTube, of when they were releasing, God damn it, Light, Wasting Light, when they went to all the little small towns,
I didn't see it.
and did the little pop up. It's when our friend Nick, they
Yeah.
did the
Garage
show here
show.
in Dallas in what's it called down there, where they lived.
Depot.
Oh,
But they
Red
showed
Oak?
up and they played in Red Oak. They set up and played in someone's garage down there, and
Had
then
a swimming
they all
party.
went swimming and
It's like a
stuff.
weird Bill Murray version of.
But they basically
Yeah.
did a garage tour, and they played
That's awesome.
people's different people's houses. But it was funny. They played somebody's barn up in Kansas or something, and this kid came out.
Nailed
The
it.
kid's house it was, and
Said, "I wanna
started
play."
playing with them,
That's awesome.
and freaking nailed it.
That's so cool.
Sounded cool.
Mm.
It was neat. It was neat.
I
But
love seeing that when like big artists will take on like have somebody from the crowd come.
What
out
was
and do
that?
a bit.
And
Not
I
paying
don't know
that
how I
much.
got it or where I got it, but it was like
I
a
don't get it.
like a country
I
act
don't
or
get
something.
it, man.
But the guy brought up a like a 10-year-old kid, a 10-year-old boy, and they played "Hot for Teacher," and
Yeah.
the kid played it.
Oh wow.
yeah,
That's cool.
I don't.
That's
So the I'm not a big country guy, but are they suffering the same thing?
Oh,
This
tickets?
type of business practice that rock bands
anybody
keep running
that
into
is super
and-
popular right now
and hip hop
is
and
on-
hip
on
hop's
this flex pricing shit.
hip hop's the victim too. Like they fall victim to this type of shit too, don't they?
I
I mean,
guess
I would
so, yeah.
imagine
Yeah.
it's because they're
Anybody
they're
that's
just,
popular that's
if-
got demand.
Ah, it's
and if
disgusting.
they're getting if there's tickets are being sold through, I mean, then
Yeah.
that would be subject to.
There were
anybody.
10,000 people in line, so that's probably when they set up these waiting rooms. They probably go, okay, there's a bunch of people in here. Here's our demand. We're gonna shoot it up.
Ah man.
But so my question is, tomorrow when these tickets go on sale and they're pre-sale for Dillinger Escape Plan in Brooklyn,
Being funny to go to
That'd be a
Brooklyn.
wild show.
how
Try
much?
to get those?
How much are you willing to pay for those?
Man, that might be an expensive ticket.
I saw him at Trees for like $30, so I'm good.
Yeah,
Will it be $30?
We saw
I,
them.
I highly doubt it.
Yeah. Well, this is with their original lead singer,
Yeah.
Really?
no Greg. They're doing calculating
Infinity.
Infinity for the 25th anniversary, and they'll probably do some more songs. There's some talk here and there, like I'm looking through all this stuff, and a lot of people are like,
Greg's gonna come up.
no, a Dillinger Escape Plan Better Lovers tour.
Oh yeah, that'd be cool.
Be interesting. Or, a couple of small shows.
Has
off each
anyone
other.
on Dillinger's side said anything about that?
No, it's just
Just
being people are like,
wishful
watch
thinking.
this, because there's
Be
rumor that
easy
both
set
of them,
change.
both of them are
What?
booked
Be
for
an easy set change.
Furnace
yeah.
Fest.
Oh
like,
yeah.
After this news came out, then both of them were booked for Furnace Fest.
You know, what would be a cool little reunion show that could be kind of low key. Would be Death from Above. That would be dope.
They just came through.
Yeah.
Granada.
Did they? What?
They just played the Granada,
Oh my!
and I
God.
was pissed because
Aren't they one of those
it was,
on again, off again bands? Like
28.
they break up and
Yeah.
get back
October
together?
28th because my sister had her Halloween party, and I was like, I'm missing Death from Above.
Dude.
Yep.
I think I saw them open for what was it? It was Queens of the Stone Age and Nine Inch Nails or something like that.
Uh-huh.
You know how you're saying the single man like music? That's what I've been kind of dabbling with a little bit in that type of music.
Yeah.
Is that
Yeah,
like
yeah.
just coming up with
Two-man
some
band.
yeah,
doing, like,
or real
the jet
simplistic.
noise.
Yeah, like no, not like the jet noise, but like using mechanical drums
Mhm.
Yeah, why
like
not?
over the top and infusing about 3 different genres of music.
Yeah, let's do it.
Who's that?
Like do a freaking bluegrass into something like that, like a electronic beat. Like
Uh-uh.
Did you hear the new Crosses?
no, I haven't.
love it.
Oh yeah,
They'll
I've
be here
listened
in
to
House of Blues in April.
Yeah.
Really?
It's good.
The one with LP, the track with LP on it is. fucking
Yeah,
That's what I
exciting.
was, last week.
I'm sitting there telling me, you need to listen to this, you need to listen to this. Then all of a sudden I get a message, you didn't tell me LP was on here.
Yeah,
This is now the greatest thing ever.
yeah, it is good. I love anything Chino does. He's another cat that's like I want to know what he's doing.
Yeah.
You know, those type of musicians, kind of like Maynard. If Maynard's
Kinda-
doing something,
or,
I need to know what Maynard's
or
doing.
Mike.
First, he's the godfather of it all.
I gotta tell you though, Deftones, like I have a hard time with them now that I found out Stephen Carpenter's a flat earther.
Is he really?
Yeah.
It's not shtick.
No.
I
He's
thought
looking
it
for
was.
attention.
You think it was?
I thought it was.
Shtick?
I thought, yeah.
I don't know. Seemed
I
pretty
thought he
legit.
just hopped online and to fuck with people.
Well, if he was
it
trolling people,
real?
he did a good job.
It's so man, you can't tell anymore, man.
I don't know.
because
Yeah.
we're living in virtual.
Might not have
world. There's
even
no-
been him. It might have
might
been a
not even
bot
been him.
from
Yeah,
it might have
China.
been a
that
bot.
did it,
It's
you know?
Chad GTP
Exactly.
with his face.
Exactly. Look, we're gonna cause chaos between the Deftones community.
I was going to actually
Yeah.
We're gonna destabilize.
have
the
one of
West
our
Coast.
friends say a bunch of
I think I
shocking
saw
things tonight.
Sumac is in the studio tube this week.
Really?
Speaking of cool ass musician, like the dudes from ISIS.
Yeah.
Mm.
Is it two dudes from ISIS or just one?
Where did I hide that?
Hmm.
But
I'd be
everything
interested.
Sumac does, I'm like, yeah.
Did
That's
you ever get
cool
into the
shit.
Russian circles?
Yeah,
Yes.
I love
Yeah.
Russian Circles. That's probably my favorite instrumental rock
Yeah.
band is them.
Yeah.
very-
They're,
It sounds like a fun band to
Yeah.
play. Like play the music is really fun. Is what every single one of their songs like. Man, that'd be
Uh,
fun to play.
There's
they're
your
awesome.
Eagles of Death Metal. That's the last time we saw them.
Was that?
Eagles of Death Metal, Mastodon, and
Yeah,
Russian circle.
Russian Circles.
Because you came back
Yeah.
with the cool red shirt.
we've seen Russian Circles with Mastodon a couple times, haven't we?
Yeah, maybe. I got the cool red shirt at Rubber Gloves when Russian Circles played up there with
We saw- yes.
Coliseum and
That would've been
Red
nice.
Dude,
Sparrow.
we
and-
saw one time we saw a show. I can't remember where this was at. It was one of those weird years that Mastodon was just touring all the time. I mean, they kind of do that now
Yeah.
still, but it was it was Russian Circles, or no, it was Ghost opening Russian Circles,
no.
then Mastodon.
I was there. Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah,
Wait, I thought Between the Buried Me was there. Also, oh no,
No, no,
Between
no.
the Buried Me was the other.
there was
show.
all them
That's
witches, I
yeah.
think,
Yeah,
that
that was
played
at
too,
Yeah,
and they played like a
Southside
real,
Ballroom.
Southside. Yes.
yeah, yeah, man.
yeah. Because then they Mastodon came back through like immediately with Between the Buried Me and the Opeth. Opeth
Yeah.
closed,
Has anybody?
and
at
you
this-
and I were like, Opeth sucks, and we laughed.
Well, it wasn't, I don't. It's not that they suck. We just seen them like 6 times in
Yeah,
like
we'd seen 'em
in
so
like
much.
3 months. It
Has
was
anybody
insane.
at this table seen live "Kill or Be Killed"?
Yes,
No.
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 I
They
love
only
Kill or
played
Be Killed.
festivals.
Yeah,
That would be that's
look
my
for
next
them in the
like,
summer.
that's my next box to check.
Look
I
for
got-
them
I
in the
would-
summer.
If I could see that.
They did some festival shows, and that's it. And yes,
Well,
I
yeah,
would
'cause you gotta
love that
put in
first
all
record's
those-
so fucking good.
The record I got's amazing, and I don't know.
You
if
never know though. Like
Is it
it's-
the first one or second one?
it's, Reluctant Hero.
Yeah, yeah, no.
Start to finish is amazing.
No, the beginning, the first one.
I haven't heard
The
that one.
the first one is baller, and it kicks off with a just swift kick to the nuts,
yeah,
and it's so good.
Yeah, that record is start to finish. There's nothing to skip.
yeah.
But yeah, you have
For
to find
sure.
out getting Troy and Max. All of them
Mhm.
together. Like, man.
We
I
heard
wouldn't
the
be
other news
surprised.
today that
What's
kind of involves Max, right?
Sepultura's done. Yep.
They're done.
No
They
more
are?
Sepultura.
Sepultura.
Well, that's what I was gonna say. Is so with all these like with the success that Pantera's having with their
oh wow, yeah,
their lineup, I wonder if other metal bands are looking at them like, hey, I mean,
this.
get back a Sepultura or Soulfly or something,
Bro.
and go for it.
Phil looked so old on stage.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he
he
just
does.
he just
Yeah.
mopes around.
Yeah,
He's
he'll
got-
do the occasional.
He's a croc wearer. Wasn't he wearing Crocs when we saw
Was
him?
he?
I think he had Crocs on when he was
Yeah,
he was on stage.
You
Wasn't
wanna show the world?
he? Yeah.
Look at this guy. Look at
You
this.
rocking Crocs.
He's got
Oh my God.
blue
Whoa!
Crocs on.
Whoa!
That's
You,
serious.
now
He's
you
gone
need,
into
you
the
need
croc land.
What are those things called? Croc.
No.
The croc
Giblets.
Yeah,
Yeah, where are
the
those
things they
at?
put on there.
They're called giblets.
I think so.
I thought that's what happened when you hit someone with a rocket launcher and Quake. They turn to giblets.
I think they have giblets.
All right, here you go. Jesse, you ready? You ready for this?
Let's do it.
Listen to this intro. Just 4 notes. It's
Nope, that's Killer Be Killed.
and it's funny because Troy starts, and then Max
Yep.
will come in for a little bit, and then Greg
Greg
just
will-
pushes it over the top, and
Yes.
you're like,
It sound, but it the best part's when Greg's in. Yeah,
and the video for this is funny because it's all clean cut businessman Greg
yeah,
playing. Was
Have
he
you
playing
heard-
guitar or playing bass? He's playing guitar.
Like guitar.
yeah. He's playing guitar. Have you heard? What's that? Man, I lost my train of thought, dude.
Yeah, you
I
got.
love this song though.
The first
Yeah.
one I think is better than the second one.
Oh,
Really?
Yeah, I love
'Cause
it.
that's the
Verlatet
second one.
has Troy on one
balls.
of their songs. Not this last album, but the album before. Have you heard that? It's good. It's good. Do you like Verlatet?
Is that a word?
Verlatet.
What?
You saw him with us, didn't you?
Yeah.
Corrallon.
Didn't you see Verlatet
With Gojira
Gojira
and
and
Mastodon?
Mastodon?
Gojira.
Oh, the first band that's just like all speed and
Yeah.
like I didn't see them.
Like partier.
They
Right.
were Swedish Ramones.
No, that's
whatever.
not the one I'm
Quick
thinking of.
quick
Yeah.
interjection here is what's the possibility of me being able to use the bathroom?
Go
You
pee.
just go pee.
I need
Go
to
around
pee
the
too.
corner?
We're almost
Like
done.
just out
though.
back or what?
Yeah.
That's
Okay.
that's what I was gonna do.
Yeah.
What
We have a free. You have free access
wait.
to piss.
How many are there 3 Killer Be Killed records?
Two.
Just 2.
Yeah, just
okay,
2.
Okay.
What is the Caveller Tech? Where are they from?
Cavello, yeah,
They're
that's
from
that's a new
Sveta,
one.
no, aren't they?
I
Are
don't
they
know.
Swedish?
The black. No, they're from Norway. I think they're Norwegian. The first singer used to come out with
They are
with
Norwegian,
a
yeah.
with a stuffed owl
On his
on
head.
his head.
I stuffed out like a real owl.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah, stand out.
those boys are wild. Like Nick,
They're good.
Nick and the dudes from Duel have hung out with.
So
They
what's
said
that
they're the
called
real deal.
again?
Caveller Tech.
Cav-
K-V-E-L-E-R-T-A-K.
Okay. No,
means-
this is news to me.
It's good
It's
stuff.
Norwegian for nipple.
Is it?
No,
it's not.
it's not.
It's good music though. It's good rock and roll. Just
It
fun.
is. It's really. It's fun.
fun rock and roll.
It's
Like
very good
Turbo-
for checking out. Go ahead. It's a band name, and they're well known. The Methinks
It's not
cover
the,
some of
it's
their
not
songs.
it's not the fact that I don't like saying it. It's that I know that it gets pulled and then
I won't pull it unless the RoboTuner takes it.
and see
And it
that's
has
what
a
I'm
whole
afraid
song.
of. Because like the last time I just casually said their name. Whoa. Whoa.
Go ahead. You can,
You
say
gotta
their,
go overseas for that.
you can go ahead and say their
Alright.
name. Don't say anything, Jesse.
Okay.
Be quiet.
Seriously.
I do got to pee though.
Seriously. Turbo Negra.
Okay. Yeah. No.
All right.
They're good.
Everybody
They're
back away from the mics.
All right. I had some I wanted to. Is your stuff up on Spotify?
You guys are pretty you guys are all right. You
Okay.
know that?
For
Y'all
sure.
are all right.
All right. I got something I want y'all to hear. And too bad Jesse gets to miss out on this talking point. But this video popped up in my little feed today with Snoop Dogg.
Uh-huh.
Let's see if you hear. See if you can hear this.
Just sent me some shit from Spotify where I got 1 billion streams, right? My publisher hit me. I said, break that down. How much money is that? That shit wasn't even $45,000. That's crazy.
Is
Yeah.
that real life?
Yeah. You get
Dude.
0.003. Yeah, it's something retarded. You got to have 15,000 streams for it to equal 1 record sale, and like an album.
A billion streams and he made $45,000.
That's nuts.
Man.
No one's getting rich off this world no
No,
more.
well, but if you really think about it, I mean, historically, musicians made their money touring.
Yeah, that's true.
And so it's really not that. And historic, unless you were a really now maybe for a guy like Snoop, that's weird, because as somebody of his caliber would make money on their album sales, but like your average, working musician isn't going to make money on. Even back in the day, they wouldn't have made money on their album sales.
Yeah.
It would have been merch and touring.
That's why I'm here to proclaim that,
We're waging a lot of music jihad on this show tonight.
well, I am done with music and I may be done with podcasting because I'm going into the world of weapons manufacturing.
Yeah, right.
That's where all the money is.
You should become a monk too.
Dude, just like invest in some,
Buddhist monk. weapons investor.
some BlackRock and
Dude,
some
exactly.
there's our
Yeah.
movie. That's another comedy we could release about a Buddhist monk who's a weapons
dealer.
dealer.
Find out who it is that has the UFOs and just like buy some stock in their company.
That would be Lockheed, right? Lockheed has
right,
them all.
I
Yeah.
believe that.
Yeah. There's probably some.
I
Right over
wish I
here
was
down the
rich.
road. I wish I was a baller. Wish I was a little bit taller.
I remember.
Sorry.
Yeah.
I,
Yeah, I know.
I know. What is Jesse doing?
I don't know.
The final talking point before we end the show that I wanted to bring up was my favorite thing that happened this week.
Let's hear it.
The cat? That's weird.
Sir, my cat died today before we started the show.
Today?
Too soon. Too soon.
I found her right outside in the yard.
Too soon.
When I got home. Oh, yeah, a little bit.
Damn.
Just quite a bit. She had a great life. She was 16, 17 years old somewhere. 15, 16 years old. So,
Yeah.
not 100% sure, but
Yeah.
It was her,
it's about
her
that time.
time.
Get another cat.
Are you going to talk like, what was
Meow.
that? Lady
Get-
Aberline or whatever? Meow, 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 please. Meow, 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 please.
Sorry, I'm
Mr.
just
Rogers.
goofy. I'm coming down off that edible, the
Yeah.
Jedi candy that I
Sounds
took
like it.
before the show.
Did you see any of the Senate hearing?
I saw the part
With
that
the
got made fun
presidents?
of by SNL.
The president? Oh, did you see the real thing?
Yeah, I saw the real thing,
Which-
and
which
the
hearing?
the anti-Semitic hearings they're having for
Yeah.
with they're bringing in like
The
a bunch
president of
presidents,
Harvard,
yeah,
the
Oh,
president of
yeah,
MIT,
yeah.
and the president of Penn U. This is my favorite thing I've seen all week. It's so great.
the
Because
SNL skit or the
This is
them,
what I like.
them grilling her.
when they grilled all the presidents because of the universities. Because I love it when rich assholes that think they're untouchable and think they're the greatest thing in the world and lead these Ivy League schools or whatever get their
Yeah.
pee-pee
Get a
slapped
heart checked.
hard.
Yeah.
And they senator after senator after senator ripped into them, but the one from New York, I can't remember her name. I have to look it up real quick. Hold on.
Dr. Kornbluth.
Got it right here. What is the name of her? Eliza Stefanik
Mhm.
from New York.
This was is this the Harvard one or the Penn? There was a Penn State, I think, Harvard. And
It's
there was a,
University of Penn, UPenn,
okay,
MIT,
yeah,
and Harvard.
Gotcha.
She ripped into all three of them,
Yeah.
and it's pretty brutal. Do you want to hear it? It's 3 minutes. You want to hear it? We can stop it or whatever, but
Is Jesse having a show out there? What's going on?
I don't know. I'm glad he's a part of this. So
Yeah.
At MIT, does calling for the genocide of Jews violate MIT's code of conduct or rules regarding bullying and harassment? Yes or no?
If targeted at individuals, not making public statements.
Yes or no? Calling for the genocide of Jews does
I have-
not constitute bullying and harassment?
I have not heard calling for the genocide for Jews on our campus.
But you've heard chants for intifada.
I've heard chants, which can be anti-Semitic depending on the context, when calling for the elimination of the Jewish people.
So those would not be according to the
They can never answer
MIT's
yes or
code of
no.
conduct
No.
or
No.
rules.
and
That
all
would
three of
be
them have the same answers.
investigated as harassment if pervasive and severe.
Ms. McGill, at Penn, does calling for
They-
the
why do
genocide
they
of
think word
Jews
salad
violate
makes them
Penn's
sound
rules or
smart?
code
It
of
doesn't. It
conduct?
makes them sound
yes or
stupid.
no?
If the speech turns into conduct, it can be harassment, yes.
I am asking specifically calling for the genocide of Jews. Does that constitute bullying or harassment?
If it is directed and severe or pervasive, it is harassment.
So the answer is yes.
It is a context-dependent decision,
Yeah.
Congresswoman.
It's a context-dependent decision. That's your testimony today. Calling for the genocide of Jews is depending upon the context.
Like that is
That
the
is not
statement.
bullying or harassment. This is the easiest question to answer yes, Ms. McGill.
And they can't answer it.
So is your
If it-
testimony
if
that
it-
you will not answer yes?
If it
She's
Uh,
an idiot.
is, if the
Yes
speech
or
becomes-
no? All
three of
if the
them
speech
are.
becomes conduct,
It's the kind
It
of
can
thing
be
that makes you
harassment,
just want to
yes.
like slap
Conduct meaning
somebody.
Yes.
committing the act
Yes.
of genocide? The speech is not harassment. This is unacceptable, Ms. McGill. I'm going to give you one more opportunity for the world to see your answer. Does calling for the genocide of Jews violate Penn's code of conduct when it comes to bullying and harassment? Yes or no?
It's a layup.
It can be harassment.
And she's just sitting there smiling.
The
like,
answer is yes.
it can be.
And Dr.
harassment.
Gay,
You know, everybody
at
that has
Harvard-
a
Alright,
brain
here's the
at
one.
that
Does
at those
calling for the
universities are
genocide
just
of-
going, oh man, what the hell?
This is the best. You ready? Harvard.
Does calling for the
I saw
genocide
this
of
one.
Jews violate Harvard's rules of bullying and harassment? Yes or no?
It can be, depending on the context.
What's the context?
Targeted as an individual, at an individual.
It's
Severe,
targeted at
pervasive.
Jewish students, Jewish individuals. Do you understand your testimony is dehumanizing them? Do you understand that dehumanization is part of anti-Semitism? I will ask you one more time. Does calling for the genocide of Jews violate Harvard's rules of bullying and harassment? Yes or no?
Anti-Semitic rhetoric. When
And is it
crosses into
anti-Semitic rhetoric?
Anti-Semitic rhetoric, when it crosses into conduct that amounts to bullying,
This is great
harassment,
right here.
intimidation, that is actionable conduct, and we do take action.
So the answer is yes, that calling for the genocide of Jews violates Harvard Code of Conduct, correct?
Again, it depends on the context.
It does not depend on the context. The answer is yes, and this is why you should resign. These are unacceptable answers across the board.
So a couple of other senators came up and they took their time. They yielded their time back to
So they could clarify
Stefanik.
their
To Stefanik, the main senator that was talking there, asking
Yeah.
the questions. And there's another 5-minute clip where she just destroyed the Harvard, because supposedly Harvard is like one of the most racist schools in the
Yeah.
country.
Yeah.
They don't protect their students. They don't take care of their students. And it's caused chaos. Like there are a bunch of all these 3 colleges are freaking out. Like their donors
'cause-
and stuff are backing out. They're losing money.
Yeah.
She called for the resignation for all 3 of them. I believe the president from UPenn resigned the next day. Was like, I'm
Yeah.
out. And it was just the whole thing's been wild. Harvard has come out and said they are sticking with them. And the thing that
How
I don't
could you
get
stick with them when they said when they answered it completely wrong? Like
wrong.
that, you know what
100%
it
wrong.
reminds me of the when that one lady wouldn't identify a female a few months ago. There was some doctor or some lady, or she might have been someone involved in the college too, and they asked her. They're like, "Can you just identify a female, like by biological standards?"
And it was more word salad. She kept spitting
And she
out.
just kept spitting up word salad and doing the whole "let me
Dancing
dance through
around.
this," not giving any kind of explanation at all. And so it's weird that these people that the universities are sending are that fucking dumb. Like,
Here's-
are they not getting advice from peers to say like, hey, if they ask you
well,
this,
all 3 of them.
the
Here are
worst
the
thing
parameters.
don't answer it the complete wrong.
All 3 of them basically
But-
gave the same answer.
Yeah.
And what's shocking, well, not really shocking, but all 3 are women. And the Harvard teacher is African American. So if you walk through the campus, those 3 campuses, and said, genocide to all women, they would have lost their shit.
Oh fuck yeah!
And if you're at Harvard and said,
I think if you would have said
let's lynch all
genocide
the
to-
black people,
I think if it would have been anyone, I think if
Yeah.
you would have said genocide anyone, you would have been immediately kicked out. Of
Yeah,
kicked
the,
out of
there's-
school.
There's definitely some buffer zone whenever it's not dealing with like something specific to you. But now, just as an argument, not one that I necessarily agree with. I don't really know where I stand on this personally, but I don't remember what the year was, but there was a huge like KKK march in Washington D.C. like back in the 50s or 40s or something like that, and it was this public display. Again, not like I'm pro KKK or whatever, but the
I know you
point
live in the
is-
country now,
Yeah,
so
okay,
let's
yeah.
get your.
But the-
that's not that's Ted, not Matt at
No,
gmail.com.
This country
Yeah.
life's rubbing off on you.
Listen. I'm not. I'm not saying that I'm pro that. The point is, I think that there's a precedent that's been set historically in the United States where people are allowed to protest and say the things that they want to say, regardless of how disturbing it is, as long as it doesn't pursue into violence. And I mean, that's shown historically in the United States.
Mhm.
So I feel like now I'm just playing devil's advocate here. And I don't know. I don't know exactly where I stand with like the free speech and how far that should go
Right.
and all that. Like, where is it inappropriate and what do you do? But then what happens when we start encroaching on that as a principle?
So it sounds like you're just a purveyor of
Just
our
thought.
right of speech.
Well, I mean, look.
Like
here's
that's what you're basically
man,
saying, right?
like, I don't know. I'm just bringing up a talking point.
yeah.
So,
no,
like,
I agree. I'm pro free speech 110%.
Like when you stop telling somebody you can't say that,
right.
where does that stop?
Well, and I think one of the
That's
things
the scary part.
they were trying to
So-
say on here that isn't clear is every once in a while they'll say if it's individualized. Like, I guess you can be on campus and be in one of these clubs and say it because it's broad. Like, it's a broad group of people. But if all of a sudden there's a group of 50 people that are going, let's kill Theodore.
Right. Yeah.
That's a different story.
Yeah,
and
when
I
you
think
cross
that's what
the
they were
threshold
trying
of
to
hatred
say. And it's just like,
or action.
free speech. You have free speech, but you can't say you're going to go kill the president or
Right.
you're going to go kill a senator. Or you're going to go kill a governor or
Yeah,
something.
because they'll come get you.
But
Yeah.
you could say death to the American government all day long
Yeah.
in public and
Yeah,
you know,
infidels and all that.
But
That's
somehow we lost that in the Obama Trump era where you can just say,
anything.
fuck Trump, fuck Obama.
Well,
you
yeah,
know.
you do pull Kathy Griffin and have his decapitated head. And, ha! Look at my tweet.
right.
And she still has kind of a career still.
Yeah. So
But I don't know. I don't agree with the kids that are
I got a
saying
little
this
body
stuff
for
on
real
the
this time.
campus and like
Just go to
It-
fucking school and
but-
learn your shit. That's the way I am. Just be a kid.
just go find yourself in other ways.
Yeah. Go.
Take some mushrooms and
That's what I thought. I thought college was all about doing drugs and having sex
hey, puppy.
and discovering yourself.
Hi, puppy. What's up, honey?
Right?
Yeah. I mean, for most people, that's
Stubbs-
true.
just
I only spent a
Stubbs let the
semester in
dog
college,
in.
so I don't know.
Hi, honey.
It's pretty great. There is the other video. It's 5 minutes long, but we won't go into it. But it's pretty. Like, she just rips and rips and rips into him, and then there's more videos because all these other senators like, I'm yielding my time to her. I'm yielding my time to her.
Wait, who are
so
we
she
talking
can
about?
keep ripping.
But
Which-
they do
which
that.
one?
Well, if you weren't outside spending 30 minutes.
I got dogged.
Well, anytime that there's like a congressional hearing or something like that, and they ask pointed questions, yes or no questions, there's never a yes or no.
Well, the whole
Oh,
UFO
yeah, no.
one was
Oh,
the same
God,
one
I
too.
know.
That
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 was-
made me crazy.
I was so pissed. I was like,
It's like,
jeez. What?
Do you listen? Did you? What's that guy's name?
Which guy?
The guy that was on Capitol Hill. The,
Oh, Dr. Greer?
Rush?
Yeah. Did
Yeah.
you
Who?
listen to him on Rogan?
Oh yeah.
And it got kind of aggravating too, because I'm like, just fucking say something.
Yeah. Well, I have a little bit more respect for that because he's he's trying to not go to prison.
Yeah. He's trying to keep him. Yeah.
But yeah, exactly. It's super annoying. You're like, oh, I can't talk about that. I can't say that, and blah blah blah. It's like, all right, whatever, man.
And then I got kind of excited when Rogan was kind of giving him beat around the bush questions
Yeah.
that he could answer.
Go outside.
But
Hey,
hey,
Matthew.
let Roxy out.
Roxy,
Go outside.
go outside. Bye-bye.
Go.
Bye, honey.
Jeez. Well,
Oh.
I don't know. Maybe one day we'll learn about aliens.
Did you figure
Nah.
out the world's
Man,
problems while I
so
was pissing?
my son asked me a week ago, Daddy, are aliens real?
And
And
you
ha-
drove him down to El Paso?
Let's go to Marfa. No, and I had to like look at him and, because it's hard to lie to your kid. And I was like, yeah, son, they're kind of real. And then that was it. He didn't ask about them, nothing. That was just, he wanted the question answered.
Well, do you not
But-
think they're real?
Huh?
Do you
No,
not
I
think
know they're
aliens are-
real, but I have a 7-year-old that
How do you
like,
know they're real? What
Hey,
factual
hey,
evidence do you have
hey,
that you're not
I
sharing
cannot
with us?
I cannot
Disclose.
disclose.
Dopser hasn't approved him to
Yeah.
talk
Yeah.
about this.
Yeah, my PR guy's like got to be on a short leash. No, and
We have to have a side panel. Go to the side room with a side panel.
What if they're just like quantum mechanical objects that we're seeing in the macroscopic world, so they behave in the same way as like a particle would, where they just kind of appear and disappear and move around.
Well, that's the idea of phasing in and out of different realities, right? Or different parallels or whatever.
It's like
dimensions.
that science about how they can create their own gravity, so therefore they can bend their own space and time, and it's just snapping their fingers.
I think about
I
this
play
a lot.
Starfield too.
Foundation, dude. You got to watch it, man.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
guarantee you that's coming.
Were they grav drive? They were grav drives also.
Yeah.
Yeah. All these new shows are instead of it just being light speed or hyperspace or whatever,
Yeah.
it's this bending gravity. Are we close to all of a
you
sudden being
know-
able to do that?
You know
and
where
to
that kind of
travel?
comes from? Did you? Who here has seen? Oh no, not They Live. It's is it? No, it was this. They Live with Rowdy Roddy Piper and the Alien film in the '80s.
No.
Mm-mm.
What? I'm here to kick
I've heard
ass and
about
chew
it, but I
bubble gum,
haven't.
and I'm all out of bubble gum. You haven't seen that? So there's a part in there where
I saw
he
Jesse
kinda,
Ventura shooting, and then he's like, "I don't have time to bleed."
No, that's
He
not
fought an alien.
different film. And there's a part where he kind of gets behind the scenes, and there's this just like
I saw
ger-
Uncle Jesse.
generic sort of. I'm an uncle.
Touch two twins.
Okay, yeah. And they talk about now. This is in the '80s, where the way that these aliens
Did you
are
ever
traveling.
wiggle on Uncle Jesse's lap?
Screenshot that right now. And they talk about the gravitational lens.
Uh-huh.
And I thought, in the '80s, I was like, wow, that's really never heard those words put together. But they're still like that's kind of what you're talking about now.
Oof.
Well, I mean, I think from the very limited amount that I know, it makes the most sense to imagine warping space in that way.
Yep.
Rather than trying to actually
Go really fast, really far in a
Yeah.
straight line. Yeah, no.
Sit on Uncle Jesse's lap.
I will say this: in the past 2 weeks, I've seen the ISS more than I have my
I
entire
know.
life.
Yeah,
It
I've
keeps
heard. There's
passing
people
over,
talking about
like-
that too on like Reddit and stuff. How
We saw it down
everybody's seeing
in
it.
Mineral Wells both nights.
Yeah.
It passed over.
Do you have
It
that
was just
little
like-
star app that follows it?
Yeah. But I was like, I was sitting there the first night and just looked up and I was like, "Hey Zeiss, come here. It's a satellite passing over, but it's bright
Ooh.
as shit."
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I was
there's
like,
no
"That's-"
missing it.
And the whole time I was like, "That's a little more than a satellite." So then the next night, I had my app out because I was setting up my camera for long exposure and had the star tracker on there. So I was kind of lining everything up, and I looked at it real quick, and it said the ISS is going right there. I was like, "There's that light again."
Was that
It
like
was a
every
satellite.
90
it was
minutes?
the same one.
Yeah,
Is it
no,
like
yeah,
every
it's like-
90 minutes.
I wonder
every 90?
if you had one of those cool like illegal lasers, that
could
the-
sh- shoot it
if you
down?
could like hit it, and you could
think-
see the reflection off of it or something. If there'd be some way you could hit, because it's
You know,
that
you probably
laser will
get in
keep
trouble
going.
for that, right?
Come find me.
I mean, how would we know?
I
We'd
don't-
have to call them.
know.
And the only person that
No,
calls
you
the
have a-
space station
you
is
have
Post
a-
Malone.
Yeah. You have a
Posty.
Surely you can
We
get
had
a
a whole
telescope out there. and see if you
Conversation
hit
with
it.
him. So, back to the game real quick. Y'all love this. Get to the game
Post Malone.
on Sunday, and we have security that sits outside of our locker room.
Security.
This nice little female lady.
Oh,
Well, female
I
lady.
wanna know
how
we
you
said
do
tell me
it.
some more about this female,
Yeah.
nice little female.
How tight is
security
her
guard.
She's
uniform?
super sweet, super nice. And as we're all walking up, she's like, "Guys, you won't believe it, but John Lennon's here."
Wait, what?
And so
Hold on.
we stopped,
You processed the name. Wait a minute.
went, and Jenny goes, "Huh?" And I go, "You sure about that?" She goes, "Yeah, I saw him. He just walked by here. Man, it's just crazy. He's here and he's so cute and gorgeous and la la." la." We're sitting there going,
Wait a minute.
and Jenny goes, "John Lennon here tonight at the game." And I'm
It was
like,
John Legend.
in the same time I
Oh,
said,
was it?
"Are you sure about this?" Like, huh? Okay. And she's like, "Yeah. Hopefully he'll walk back by here in a little
I need
bit."
you to go get his
I'm like,
autograph
okay.
right now.
You should have said,
So
"That's
we-
a terrorist.
we
Call
walked-
it in. Call it in."
Three of us were, and Jenny goes, "Well, was his wife here?" And Stewie goes, "Yeah, Yoko."
Oh,
And the lady, the security
Said,
guard,
"Yeah."
just kind of looked at us now like, "Huh?
who are you talking about?
What? What are you talking about?" And then we just turned and walked away and went in the locker room. And as we're in the locker room, we're like,
Did that just happen?
"John Lennon," but it was John Legend. Yeah, John Legend was there. She just got it mixed up, but
That's right.
Yeah. Legend and Posty were there again.
Wow.
Posty was there again.
Post-it note.
Does he live in
Hanging
in
out.
the area?
He's got a house in Utah now, but I mean, he grew
He's
up in
from
Grapevine.
here,
so
yeah.
I guess he still comes around here. His dad's the head of concessions and food at
Mm.
the stadium.
Really?
Yeah.
I did not know that.
Don't get Matt started down this path.
Matt?
Yeah, you would have to listen to some shows.
Matt's very angry with me.
For Post Malone references or
And we could have had him on.
okay?
And I was like,
Dustin, man,
What?
man.
this
I sent him
was
several.
this was before
several
face tattoos
messages
and
with
everything.
What?
No, this wasn't that far before. This was during
That dude had face.
Rockstar or
He had
whatever.
face tattoos.
It was
when
right
came out
before.
forward.
It was before no,
It was-
Rockstar.
I'm pretty sure it was
'Cause he was
right
still-
in the middle of that.
He was running around the stadium with his dad
It was
a
the
lot.
first time he played Bomb Factory ever.
Yeah, it was like
that's
leading
when
up
it
to that.
was.
Oh, you're still
So-
bitter about that.
I was just like, man, that was a layup. Like
Yeah.
we
We
could
coulda
have
had
easily, and he'd have been happily to been on because he got kicked
Yeah.
out of a metal band or something
Right.
like that. It's like he would have happily come on the show. Like we would have broke. Hey, this is this is Post Malone as he was getting huge.
And
and
in an alternate
therefore-
timeline, you guys did this.
right,
Yeah.
we would have
In
been
an alternate
responsible for.
timeline,
somewhere.
We're all best friends. We run around. We shoot guns
Right,
together.
that's
we-
right.
Oh yeah, y'all could have
We
been.
roll.
And you've
Right.
all got matching face
Yeah.
tattoos.
Yeah, that's right.
I want to see
That's
me with face
Give high
tattoos.
five. we would be giving high fives to each other at the Cowboy games and stuff. Like, yeah,
Drinking Bud Light.
just
Is there a-
drinking Bud Light and
is there
Bud
a-
seltzers too. Those
Yeah.
Bud Light seltzers.
Yeah. Is there a TikTok filter that shows me with face tattoos?
That's be
No,
something
but
to
there's
make if
Jesse.
there's
There's
not.
Jesse with a Sharpie. Anytime, buddy.
We're just gonna.
Just sit still.
No, I don't trust you. Because the first thing that comes out's a dick.
Yeah, just
Start
ask
drawing a
James.
cock and ball.
Just has to patch you.
No way.
Oh man, this has been a wild show. I gotta take Jedi candy more before we go.
Just bring the whole bottle, buddy. Just set it there.
Well, the final thing I've got here.
The top 10 thing for him.
Yes, it's not the top 10.
Epstein's list
It is.
next.
What did I call
don't know what
this?
the Epstein's
the
list is.
JJTM something.
Yeah.
The full load. The
Oh,
JJTM
I'm
full
gonna give you-
load.
okay, wait.
Full load.
We're gonna give you the full load.
You gotta play the intro.
Yeah,
though,
is there
man. If you
intro?
don't
Is there
play the
fanfare?
intro, it's not funny.
Do I have a full load?
Yeah, because that's when Biden goes, "I'm gonna give you the full load" at the end of it.
We have an intro for this?
I'm pretty sure we did
I
because you
guess
played
it's
it
been a
once,
minute
and
since
at
you
the
threw
end
it
of
out there.
He was at the end of it. You played that Biden
Hold
drop.
on.
Says, "I'm gonna give you the full load."
Well, I didn't load up the racks this time. Let me see here. Do we have? We may have. Hold on. Let's see. Biden
Oh, yeah.
full load.
Check out that menu page.
Don't put it in
Uh,
Google.
I have
I
Jeff.
want to watch you blow your load later.
I mean, there's that.
Okay.
Roy Kent.
That was loud.
That's me daily, every 5 minutes.
This is the one I forget to play anytime Matt asks a question.
What a stupid fucking question.
Braun. Let's see. I don't see it. I don't see a full load intro.
I swear it's in there somewhere, man. I think you ripped it from
Let's
No
see
Agenda.
What else would it be called?
Full load.
I'm gonna give you the full loads
That's
about it.
it.
I mean,
Yeah.
Biden full load.
If liberals are so fucking smart, how come they lose so
Yeah.
goddamn always?
I don't see that.
I swear it
don't
was at
see
the
it.
end of. You put a song to it and everything.
And I don't
Maybe I'm
see
just
it.
dreaming
Well,
of a
now
podcast show that
that's
I'm on.
chore number one now. You
Let
gotta-
me just
gotta
put
rip
in-
Go
up
through
another
all
one.
of them.
Well,
Full
no, go through all-
load.
make another one.
This is gonna pull up my porn history.
Yep. Here comes the waffle.
I filled her with a full load.
Oh my gosh.
I don't see it.
Oh.
Nothing came up, so
We'll do it next
we'll have
time.
to figure it out. All right.
Next time
so
someone
anyway.
does it, we'll do the full load drop. I'm gonna give you the. I'll pretend.
Okay. You go ahead and pretend.
So you
I'm
do
gonna
the
give
thing
you
of
the
like,
full load. That's what he says. So now, start your game.
yeah,
All right.
mark that.
We have the weirdest intros.
Here we
now.
go. Ted, what's your favorite cereal?
HEB's horchata cereal.
Huh? Is it
What?
Yeah, it's like a
Rice Krispies?
yeah, but it's got these little
I'm jealous. You live in the
granola
land of
yogurt
HEB.
like horchata little clumps in it. It's fire.
Wow.
We don't. Wow. We don't live in HEB land just yet.
Not
it's
yet,
all
but
to the
it's
west
coming.
and to the
Dude, it's
south.
It's coming.
They got the best
the
bakery.
big giant ones being built across from my big giant Kroger. It's
Over there by,
freaking massive. Gold
down by-
Triangle or
oh, yeah.
Heritage Trace or something.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
it's
cool.
and it's huge.
They'll have the full load there.
Yep,
They
a
really
full
will.
load building.
All right, day or night?
Night.
What's the last song you listened to?
It was a Aesop Rock, Mindful Solutionism.
Okay. Ice cream or cake?
Ice cream.
What is a sense you could live without?
A scent?
Sense.
Oh,
One
a
of your
scent.
five senses.
Oh God. Smell.
That's
Most
the number
popular
one
answer.
That is the most popular
it?
answer.
Yeah.
Is it smell? Ding 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 ding. Favorite movie?
Oh Jesus. This one's the
God,
hardest one.
dude.
Picking one.
Yeah. Oh man.
It's tough.
Jesus.
You dropped it on you. What's the first one that popped in your head?
Schindler's List.
I just love it. It's such a feel good
Yeah,
story, especially
uplifting.
this time of year.
Uplifting as all get out.
Man, I don't know, dude. That's really
American History X.
That's a very challenging question.
Porky's. Just pick something.
Probably.
Close Encounters.
No.
Are we still on the same question?
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry. I know you say the first thing that pops into your head, but the first thing that popped into
Stay
my
Puft
head
Marshmallow Man.
was what I was just watching earlier today, which I wouldn't qualify as my favorite movie, but it's super good. It was the Into the Spider-Verse, the Miles Morales, the
yeah.
second one,
The-
not the
the-
first one,
the
the
new
second
one?
one, the new one.
I
I haven't seen the new one. First one was
Super-
great.
First one was cool.
The second one is maybe better.
Really?
But favorite movie? Oh God, dude, maybe Inglourious Bastards.
Favorite
I
movie
just watched
ever.
that last week, man.
It's a fire movie. It's
Yeah.
so good.
That's pretty damn good.
I just
movie.
watched that last week.
What's what's that one the new one that's on Netflix that everybody's freaking out about the end of the world? I need to
End of
watch
the
that.
world?
Don't look up.
Oh, you're
Yeah, that-
wait. Are you talking about the one with Julia Roberts?
Yeah, and the
Oh,
Obama's produced it and all that.
I
And it's
haven't
the guy
seen
that did Mr. Robot.
Yeah,
directed Mr.
yeah,
Robot. So
I
there's
saw
symbolism
it.
everywhere.
Is it about
It's a little on the nose,
Climate-
in my opinion.
On the
Did you
nose.
see it?
Is
No,
it
I
about-
want to watch it.
is it about
bad?
climate change?
No, it's not bad. It's like there's just some stuff. It's not very subtle. Like it's. I enjoyed it. It was worth.
Did you watch
watching.
Mr. Robot?
Oh yeah, I love Mr. Robot.
So yeah, it's gonna
Hmm.
be crazy.
he didn't.
like
he
that.
didn't write it though. He just did. The
Is this a
screenplay.
show?
It's made off
Yeah.
a book. It's a movie. It's from a book. But he
What
did
the
this.
hell's it called? Anybody in the chat room got it? I can't think
I
I
of
have
what
to
it's
check it
called.
out. It sounds like
It's got-
some
it's
some of these.
got,
saying
Mahershala
something like
Ali in
goodbye
it.
to the world or something like that.
Kiss your ass goodbye. What do they? Leave the world behind.
Leave the world behind.
Huh.
Yeah.
I have to check it out.
A lot of people are like, it's a blueprint for what's going to happen. That's what they're
Like
saying.
he knows.
Like there's a scene with Teslas going nuts on the highway or something, and because
It's cool.
Oh well, yeah, they're all broken down.
Yeah.
Like an EMP hit them or something.
but everybody's
yeah.
saying that it's not going to be a terrorist attack or an EMP. It's going to be
Our own government.
Solar flare.
corona mass ejection.
Oh,
or
yeah.
CME.
The one in the late 1800s totally fucked the world up for a long time.
Yep.
Yeah, so said the Y-Files.
Yeah.
Did you watch the
Well,
Y-Files?
Oh, I love the
I've seen
Wi-Fi.
some
Yeah,
interesting
yeah.
solar flare stuff lately on the
It's getting wild.
Reddits. Yeah,
It's
and it's
getting
funny
pretty deep.
because the thing is,
Our
it's-
auroras next year. Are gonna be
see,
insane.
the thing about it is, it's always been there. It's always been this way. It's just now we have access to see and
Yes.
monitor it, and so
And-
now we're freaking out
yeah.
because it makes humans vulnerable.
It's not
It's
if,
like-
it's when.
It's
Yes,
when
it
right,
happens.
exactly.
And what part of the earth it's going to affect. Like,
Yeah.
it probably wouldn't be, well, I mean, some of it could have worldwide effects depending on
Yeah.
what's hit. But
See,
yeah, it's-
That's the thing that's great. Yeah, we're depressive people. We stare into the void all the time. But what have we been saying for the past fucking
It doesn't
15
matter.
years, dude? It's
Nothing
happening.
matters.
Like we
Imagine-
know we've been knowing that it's headed this direction. It's funny that the mass media and like the pop culture starting to pick up that
Dude.
yeah, the writing's on the wall.
imagine a massive solar flare like that hitting any major city.
It
And
shut it down.
Or
All
continent.
power, all
Yeah.
electric devices, everything's completely fried. The whole infrastructure's done. Like, imagine what society does.
Yeah.
you would get the wolves coming in.
Nuts.
Yeah.
This
Yeah,
is why I
it's a
want to
trip.
move to the country, by the way.
It's a trip.
And
yeah, no,
I,
just-
that's what.
That's
well,
why I
that's the
want the
trend. That's the
country.
trend too. Is everybody's leaving the cities? Like,
Yeah.
like you're starting to see a lot of elite, like wealthy people now. Instead of wanting a badass condo in Manhattan and stuff, they're opting to have some
No,
land up
thanks.
in northern
Yeah.
New York and
No.
freaking
Yeah.
Where
out
they
in
can
the
kill their
woods.
chef.
Right.
rainwater
They can drown 'em.
collection.
Yeah,
Man,
that's the
couple
thing.
generators.
Laura and I, we did a trip to Arkansas, and we visited a friend of hers that bought a parcel on top of a mountain. Have I told you guys this?
You told me about it. I
Yeah.
That's cool.
He saw it found this guy on the internet that was selling it. And when I say on top of a mountain, like when I drove up there and followed him in his little 4-seater to park,
Yeah.
he had to move his truck out of the way because there was nowhere else to park. And he's got his own little he built his own little house.
That's badass.
He built his own little
man.
small house to live in while he built this house.
Yeah, yeah.
And then he's
Like
got solar
temporary
panels
living
and a
arrangement.
huge water collection tank.
Yeah.
And
That's
yeah,
cool.
dude, I took pictures up there. His view is just mountains.
Yeah.
And he's on the fucking top
That's
of
cool.
one of them.
That's what. Like
That
last
seems
week.
weird to me.
And
Last week when did you guys happen? Did either one of y'all listen to last week when we had Sos on?
Mm-mm.
We were talking about this, how it's like that I can't even I don't even think the United States of America is going to last for
no,
No,
very
all
much
empires
longer.
fail.
5 years.
The rule of Roman.
Yeah,
existence
they
is
all
gonna
fall. A, they all fall. B, the amount of corruption that we have in our government right now, I don't think the rest of the world really knows how bad it really is. They think they do and stuff, but I don't see our country coming back from this. I think it's only going to get worse. I think this next election is going to be a shit show, and whoever wins, the other side's going to yell and scream and holler.
And that's the way it's going to be
And
from
it's
now on.
It's going to be that until we dissolve, which I have a feeling that we'll have a real short but hellaciously violent civil war in about 6 years, 6 to 10 years.
So
I
this
think.
is what you're.
This is
talking
what
about.
I think is
What you're
gonna
talking
happen.
about now is basically the premise of the
Oh.
movie that Dustin was just talking
Yeah.
about.
I think.
I mean, we're in a
I didn't want
cold
to
civil
fall
war
off
right
onto
now.
this.
Yeah,
I didn't
this-
want to fall off on this rant. I was just wondering what the movie was. But if you also look at what's been happening this past week,
yeah. I mean, the writing's on the wall.
Biden's trying to push us into World War III.
Yeah,
He's turning his back on Israel now.
he's turning his back on everyone. He's become this weird, like Wizard of Oz type figure that just that comes out every once in a while. It's like
I just want it to be
and goes
known
back in.
that fucktard doesn't represent me.
He
I just
doesn't.
want
No.
and I want everybody in the world to know that whatever he says is going to happen,
Yeah.
I don't want that to happen. All right, skip this one.
Next question.
Yeah.
Back on track.
Give me 3 celebrities, dead or alive, that you would
This'll
have in
be a
your
good one.
entourage.
Dead or alive that I would have in my entourage.
Yeah,
Oh man.
Your posse.
you're
Your
rolling
posse.
into a
Your posse.
casino
Or for
in
dinner.
Vegas.
Or you could have for dinner too.
Uh,
Same thing.
Well, alive. I would have Killer Mike with me. I feel like
That conversation would carry.
old Blue Eyes, Frank Sinatra.
Sinatra?
I don't think anyone's ever said that in here, have
I
they?
don't think
That
so.
would be good stories time.
And maybe
Killer Mike and Sinatra hanging out together.
they'd probably get
That'd be
along
pretty
pretty
dope.
well.
Yeah, I have a feeling that'd be a pretty nice dinner.
Imagine both of them crooning together.
Mm.
Be rad. Who's
That
your
would be
third?
some
Who's
cool
your third?
dudes.
Let's see.
I think I would like to kick it with and talk to President Carter. I think like he would be a good dude to.
Mike can still make that happen. I mean,
Hmm.
is he not communicating now?
They-
Period.
They wheel
Is
him
he-
around.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like he's on his way out.
What do they
Yeah.
call it when you're
She
not
just
you're
said-
not speaking anymore? It's like
You're mute.
I
No.
don't think
Francis
they,
the mute.
like
in
not
something.
incapacitated, but
No.
something else. Anyway, no, not
You're
mute,
Cartered?
not dumbass.
You got
Dustin.
cartered.
What?
You got cartered.
What's that?
Cartered?
So like an angry pirate or something?
Carter can't talk, so if you can't talk,
You
you
got
got cartered.
Okay. Okay.
You eat some paint chips tonight?
Actually, I was painting earlier with some Testors model paint. You know how toxic that shit
Oh,
is.
dude, and the whiff stays in your nostrils for
Oh,
6
yeah.
hours.
But wait till you see what I'm making. So awesome.
Meth.
A lot of meth. Okay, what game show could you dominate?
None of them.
Go fish.
Come on.
Maybe like Who Wants to Be a Millionaire or something like
Put some
not
trivia
too
based?
intense trivia, not like Jeopardy trivia, but like
Yeah.
a stage under that. I think I'd do pretty good on like anything that has 8th grade.
What about that pyramid one? That's kind of
$10,000
trivia
pyramid?
stats,
pyramid?
isn't it? Yeah.
What was
You'd
the
be good
one
at
where
that.
that was like the pyramid, the old game show?
Yeah.
What you're talking about, or the
Yeah.
what was the celebrity one?
Celebrity
Squares.
Celebrity Squares.
Oh yeah, that'd be
Oh,
a cool
Hollywood Squares.
Hollywood
Squares,
Squares.
there you go.
Yeah.
Remember Alf would get on there and
Yes.
be funny.
Alpha.
Shadow Stevens was always in the middle because
Yeah.
he was the big thing in the
And
show.
Gilbert Godfrey, I can't see a thing up here,
Yeah.
or something like that.
Roseanne Barr, Gilbert Godfrey.
Yeah, that was when
They were
things were
always in there.
cool.
Every once in a while, you get some
That's
hot
when-
actress like
That's when
Lonnie
life was
Anderson.
fun.
Yeah, all the
Yeah.
jokes were about masturbation in some
Yeah.
sneaky way.
Yeah, farting.
Yep.
Farting,
Yeah,
something.
it was built for us.
It was all body. What is something non-sexual you enjoy doing naked?
You know what? Which is it very rarely happens, but man, swimming naked.
Oh
is
yeah,
super
that's
rad.
awesome.
That's what. That's
pretty-
pretty.
I wonder
It's
if
either
that's
swimming
the
or
number one
sleeping.
yeah, number one answer.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't really. I'm not into sleeping naked.
No,
but
I can't.
Yeah.
I'm
but
all like aware.
I've
swimming,
gotten
it's
better
go
at
naked.
it for sure. Like
Yeah.
I think it's
It feels
If
so
something
good.
pops
so-
off in the middle
yeah.
of the night and I don't have
Yeah.
any clothes on, it's a weird situation. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, anybody ever had to go to
But
jail in
that's-
the middle of the night? Like you,
you get your door
Ah,
kicked in
you
the
got
middle
me
of the
there.
night. You're
Yeah.
like, oh, that's my dong that's
Ah,
there.
crap.
Sorry about that.
Can I get dressed? No. All right, let's go.
Yeah, but have you ever taken down someone robbing your house with your dick just swinging around?
no, but
That makes them run.
Oh, it
Dude.
makes them. Yeah.
I have seen two dudes duke it out in state jail before, naked, getting down in the shower. And
Oh, yeah.
yeah. And one guy,
That
the
seems
one
really
of the
brutal.
dudes totally was getting down, like he was gonna fuck the other
fight.
dude up, and the other guy was weirded out because they were naked. So he had a disadvantage in comparison. So
I mean, there's a lot of people that get weirded out if you start running at them naked.
for sure,
So
yeah. So
Yeah,
I mean,
like
it's a
that
total
video of the
disadvantage
dude
or
that used to like
advantage.
pop off somebody, just drop his trowel and start coming at him, and like, whoa. You ever see that? That same guy. He
Yeah,
would go- yeah.
it's a good approach to
well,
a fight. Yeah.
yeah, watch Jackass. One of them will get naked and start running towards the others, and all the others will run because they get freaked out. Because
Yeah.
a naked dude's running at them.
Mhm.
Or and especially if it's a naked little dude like Wee Man.
Yeah, wee man.
in the middle of the USC like football field.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What is your most hated food?
I do not.
Liver.
Man, that's a good one.
That's mine.
That's a good one. I'm thinking of like food in terms of like
Dishes?
like more like what do you like?
Did you
Asian
say the
food
dishes?
or
No, just
something like
like
that,
dish,
but
like,
a particular
you know,
thing.
Oh, a dish.
Marsala or
Gotcha, gotcha.
pasta or something.
I like you're like how hard is the dishes to do
Yeah,
after you eat
You know,
it?
there's only one thing that's ever made me puke from eating, and it was a liver mousse pate.
Yeah, no, I've had liver pate, dude. and-
Yeah.
What does it taste like? Just bunch of
It's
Just like
minerals?
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah, exactly.
Yes.
But it's like in this weird fluffy moussey
yeah.
thing,
Yeah.
and they put it on
Yeah.
crackers.
And those
stuff.
words are
It's
way
just-
too pleasant for what it actually is.
Yeah. Huh.
right.
Yeah.
I'll stay away from it.
Yeah. In
Uh,
Kansas,
It's
a
called a
big thing.
liver pute.
Well, liver.
What?
Gross.
Liver poupe.
Liver pute.
I want to, since we're talking about food I love. Went down. Susie and I went down to the pantry on Magnolia this weekend, late after a night of
The pantry.
hanging out Cicada and down at Morgan Mercantile. They do dumplings, fried
Okay.
rice. Place is incredible.
I dig on
Totally
dumplings.
freaking
I'm not
incredible.
scared of the carb, yo.
It's so good. Down on Magnolia, it's by Grandma's house. Really little small pantry on Magnolia. Go check it out. Go eat it. It's good. Fills you up.
I love a good
So
Indian
good.
food. Any like a good
I
tikka
like curry.
masala or something like that.
I like curry stuff.
I can go there.
And yeah, I don't even care the color. Yellow curry, red curry, green curry. I'm down.
You wake up tomorrow and you're omnipotent.
Oh.
Can't even say it now without
Omnipotent?
laughing.
Omnipotent.
Omnipotent.
Okay, thank you.
But I said it omnipotent.
I
on
know-
purpose
I
to
know
throw
everything.
everybody
Okay.
off, yeah. You can do anything.
Okay.
What do you do?
It's really quiet. in here.
Yeah,
I know,
I
I'm waiting.
Jeez, dude. People
Everybody-
probably have answers to this like really fast. I'm like,
All the Bluetooth headphones just shut off.
man.
You're playing it like
was
Who
too
Wants to Be
quiet.
a Millionaire or something.
I need my lifeline.
Yeah, you need.
Uh,
I'm gonna call my lifeline.
Yeah, if man, I'd probably keep it simple, and I could do anything.
Anything.
I would make sure that no one ever knew that I could do anything. I would use my powers.
That's a real waste of a power, don't you think?
That would be one of them. That would be the.
You would
That way-
negate one of your powers.
No, no, no.
Well, I guess
no,
it-
he wants to be anonymous.
Anonymously.
Right.
Yeah,
okay.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
It's like when you win the lottery and people find out, and then your
Yeah.
life goes to shit.
Yeah.
You know?
So basically, you're just going to make sure your entire life that everybody doesn't know that you can do whatever you want.
Kind of like a vampire.
That way,
in
I can
anything.
pull the strings from behind the scenes, but no one ever has any idea that it's me.
He wants to be in the cartel. It sounds like.
Well, no matter what
Head-
you do,
high up in the cartel.
they're still going to send you an email that says they found your email address on the dark web.
Yeah. Still gonna get calls.
You're still going to get that.
Yeah.
about.
And you're going to be like, damn it, I thought I had this power.
Yeah, you're still going to get the
Yeah.
extended warranty offers. They're not
Yeah.
going away.
That's it. That's the full load.
You made it.
The full load.
You made it.
That's
Oh,
the full line.
All right.
Stand by Me.
Best movie?
Yeah.
That is a killer movie.
It's in my top 10.
You know what? I'm sorry, I got to take it back.
I win.
Inglorious Bastards is great, but I just want to redact my previous thing. Big Trouble in Little China.
Great movie.
It's a great movie.
How'd you get up there? Wasn't
Great
easy.
movie.
It's a great movie.
Yeah.
Mine changes
And
too much.
There's
It's
that's
usually
one of
always
those
Dazed and
movies that
Confused,
has
though.
a part that has a simple little response to something, but it makes me laugh every single fucking time. It's when he's like, "Is it hollow? Yeah, fuck it." He just starts cutting it. That kills me every time.
Yeah, it's one of those you can watch over
Yeah,
and over.
fuck
again.
it.
Well, it's been fun.
Yeah.
It's been a pleasure.
Yeah,
Okay,
thanks for
so
having me.
your name, in order to find you on the streaming services,
Yeah, it's a pain in the ass.
it's kind of a pain in the ass.
I know, dude.
What's the easy way to do it?
Have me send you a link.
You're going to do that to everybody that wants a record?
It's a / for the A's. Yeah, it's stylized that way. I couldn't figure out a way to stylize it otherwise. And then there's too many other pragmatics.
That's how you did it.
Yeah, there's too many other pragmatics out there. So if I did it without doing that, I'd just be lost in the shuffle.
Yeah, so you're going under pragmatic. And the way I thought it was done
Aphasia?
was you use the sixes. Shift 6, you know, the little house. But it's PR //.
Yeah, if you just do that in any of them for PR //, I'll be right first at
It'll
the
populate
top
it.
of the line.
Okay.
Yeah, so just to make the slashes look like an A.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's pragmatic. You have a bunch of tunes up there. They're fun. It's good listening. And yeah, you're maturing as you go through it and everything. It's, you know, like you said earlier, sounding better and better and better. And it's cool. It's
Thanks,
awesome.
man. Appreciate you.
Yeah. Glad you drove up. Are you driving all the way back then?
Yeah.
It's no big-
Yeah, so I never go to sleep until about 2 a.m. anyway, so
Oh, really?
it's all good. Yeah.
Wow.
Do you like windshield time? Gives you time to chill out, look around, and be cool.
Yeah,
and-
I'm good with it.
yeah.
I'm normally right now I'd be watching YouTube videos or playing video games, but driving's cool too.
Yeah, if you get nothing on in the car, that's where I do my best brainstorming. I know the road sort of unlocks that little gear.
You turn the car off too.
You know, if I'm feeling brave.
Do you run a hose up to the window
No.
off your exhaust?
I don't
Close the garage.
Close the garage door. Make sure the kid's in the back seat.
I can't park in the garage.
Man, this
That's how
show
all
never,
those
this
videos
show
are
never,
going.
this show never had a chance. Did
Gone
it?
down.
Are you NG Plus
NG Plus.
on Starfield?
No, not yet. I've been slow rolling the campaign.
I did
been-
it,
Yeah.
and I wish I would have slow rolled it more. Yeah, because it's cool. Because do you know what happens? Like
I
you know,
don't. I've
then I
heard
won't
that
say
there.
anything.
Yeah, don't spoil anything.
I won't spoil anything.
I-
Did you go good or did you go over to the Pirates and all that?
Oh yeah, no, I stayed with the UC.
Okay, that's what I did my first run. The second one, I went
Yeah.
evil.
I thought about that. I was really torn on how to do it, but all the pirates in that faction quest were such douches that
Oh,
at the
they're
end of
douches.
it, I was like, you know what, fuck y'all. Like,
Well, and when I did the whole going to the key and everything and being a part of that
hmm
and starting that quest line and everything, like halfway through it, the UC got pissed at me because I had to do some mission where I had to kill someone. I
Yeah,
had to do
yeah.
it on the planet that's the floating the island. That's the big city, Neon.
yeah.
Okay, so and I had to
Right.
kill civilians, and they called me back to their main ship and were like, what are you doing? We're throwing you in the brig for that. I just went ballistic on the whole deck and started killing everybody on the UC. But then, like the three main characters, like
Yeah.
the
woman and
the woman and the general and all that, or whatever they are, the admiral. They wouldn't die. They just kept crawling around and then would
Yeah.
stand up again. So I'd shoot them again, and
Wow.
they'd just crawl and then
Yeah.
stand up. And I was like, "This is weird. What's going on?" And then
Did
I
you
realized,
save scrub and like go back.
no, I just left. I made it to my ship and got out of there. And I was afraid I was gonna be shot down as soon
Right.
as I jumped to my ship. I was good. And it turns out the reason they don't die is because you need them for the
late-
end of the
if- yeah.
story.
Totally.
Yeah. So I was like, "Oh, okay, this makes sense."
Mm.
But I was hoping I just was like, "Screw you guys," and just started capping everybody.
One thing that I was disappointed in with the way that goes is like early on, whenever you first meet up with Sam Coe, and you go out to the Red Mile, and he's with you at that point, or at least he was with me.
Yeah,
and
he
he's
was
like
with
your
me.
companion.
His damn daughter.
And there's all this money, all these cred sticks inside the Red Mile because they're all betting on it. There's tons of it. So I was like,
Yeah.
I'm about to. So I just went in there, unloaded on everybody inside the Red Mile, and then Sam Coe's like, "What are you doing? I can't believe." You know, it was like, so there wasn't like this freedom. I mean, yeah, you
Yeah.
could do it, but like there were consequences
pissed.
with your people or whatever. Like you couldn't go full ballistic on
Actually, when I went to the Red Mile, it was the Russian chick. What's her name? The old assassin that was
Oh.
the snake chick.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
who
yeah,
my
yeah,
partner
yeah.
was.
Really? Oh,
And
see, that's
she got
crazy.
pissed and left.
That's what
She's
Sam Coe
like,
did.
I'm not any part of this, and she just leaves and disappears. And I was like, "All right, quick save, bring her back." I was like, "I guess I can't do that."
Yeah, I didn't realize it because I even was I peeped all the money inside the thing, and so I told Sam Coe, I was like, hey, wait out here by the ship because you can like say wait here and then go do a thing. And then I went and did it. He wasn't even in there, and I did it. But then he like still knew, and everybody was screaming and leaving the building and all
Running,
that stuff, and they were all mad at me and everything. And still,
Did you
Sam
come
Coe,
out all bloody? And you're like, "Look at all these
Yeah,
sticks I
cred
have
sticks.
covered in blood."
he's still pissed at me. Like like if I try to have a conversation with him, he'll be like, I still don't approve of what you did.
He wanted to marry me, and I was a guy, so that was
Ah.
interesting.
Oh, he's a character that you can
Yeah,
romance in there?
Yeah, he got. I guess I thought we were just buddies flying through space, like Han and Chewie or something. Then all of
Yeah.
a sudden, he wants to marry me and extend our relationship, and I was like,
Okay.
"Yeah, tap the brakes." So
Yeah.
I tried to marry Sarah, but in my game, I lost Sarah.
Yeah, she died in mine too.
She did. Okay.
Yeah.
So then the Russian assassin
The
chick, the
snake
snake
woman,
woman,
You try to marry her?
she did. She finally came around. She was the hardest. Like she was just because she's brutal.
Yeah.
She's an assassin, has
I'm-
no emotion, and everything. And finally, she's like, "I've never." And she's part of this religion that worships a serpent. Like they worship some space serpent.
Okay.
And she came around and was finally like, no one's opened up to me and all this. And then I had to kill her. So-
I haven't gotten there. So I'm on the section where I'm following her personal quest,
Yeah.
and like the other chick, the blonde one that died, Sarah.
Yeah.
She was super weird. I was like, girl, you got so much baggage.
She has a lot of baggage.
Yeah. I was like, there's no way. She kept flirting with me. I was like, Nah, dude, we're
Well,
just friends. You're cool.
I kept trying to flirt with her, and she wouldn't flirt with me because of all her baggage. She's like, I've been through all this, and I've been through all that, and I'm just not ready for that. And I was like,
Whatever.
all right, you died. Neat.
Yeah.
I'll teabag your corpse.
Whoa. Well, no, dude, I'm not sure how far along. Okay, you know how you have your special abilities that you get from going to those temples or whatever?
Yeah.
I've only collected 3 of those. And there's
You won't collect them all your first run.
okay. I was thinking maybe I would, and I was like, so
Yeah.
there's probably a lot of time left still in the main storyline, which there may be. I've only done 2 or 3 of the main things on the main quest.
So you get the pieces to the circle, and then
Mhm.
you also get the
powers.
The powers, and I no longer got powers, and so I was like, okay, I feel like I'm kind of reaching a dead end. But then I was like, well, there's all these stars that are way higher level than me, or all these
Yeah,
solar
yeah.
systems and stuff, and I was like, why haven't I gone to them yet? And all of a sudden, it's like, you have a choice to make. And I was like, is this the end of the game? What's going on? Because I had just worked my way through, and all of a sudden it's like, you have a choice to make. And when you make the choice, then it all opens up and makes sense. When you do your NG+, you get more temples and more powers.
Okay.
And
Well, yeah, I'm not there yet. I've kind of went off onto like building a outpost.
yeah,
I started decorating my apartments and stuff. Like I
that's
just,
what I was doing.
I was doing other stuff, you know, all
Taking
the
all
faction
my
quests. and-
my briefcase of kidneys, body parts that I've found on ships I've
That's the next.
taken
That's the
over.
title of your next record.
Briefcase of
Briefcase
kidneys.
of
briefcase,
kidneys.
kid,
When
kidney
there's
briefcase.
in their song "Briefcase Full of Guts," it's Death Clock, right?
Yes.
But it's I will tell you this: if you go NG+, you lose everything except your skills,
Uh-huh.
your level, and your powers.
Ships, money,
Ship and money are gone.
weapons.
Weapons.
Really?
And the second time through, it felt like the first time through I was finding weapons at every corner, and all
Yeah.
of a sudden I was all gold out, you know,
Right.
with my weapons and stuff and armor. It's pretty difficult at first when you're NG+. And then I was watching this guy on Reddit that was like NG+ 42, and it's like if an enemy looks at him, he dies. It gets so much progressively harder. Like he's like, this is more realistic. Like a guy will shoot him and he's like dead. Boom, 1 bullet, and it's like, whoa, okay.
Yeah, I think after I'll probably do the NG plus and then I'm good. Like I'm not that dude can go through it for that many rounds.
Did you ever read the Dark Tower series?
Mm-mm.
There's a lot of vibes of that. This.
Okay.
You read it all?
No.
I thought you did. Oh. The man in black fled across the desert. The gunslinger followed.
Read a lot
I
of his
know about
books,
it,
but that's one series I never did.
Yeah, never read it. I never even watched that movie or show.
I think that's it. And that's the first sentence, because we used to play it on the show. That's first sentence and the very last sentence.
Is what?
The man in black fled across the desert. The gunslinger followed.
Oh.
Because that's how it works. It's just times a flat circle. Anyway, well, it's been fun.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Have a nice, safe
Appreciate you
drive
guys.
back down to
Good to see you.
Don't get in a hurry.
Waco, and
Yeah.
when we're down that way, we'll have to
Waco it
holler
is.
at you.
Yeah, for sure. Hit me up.
For sure,
Anytime.
Yeah.
definitely.
When you
Or
get your
head
100
down to
acres
Austin.
and you build a mansion.
Oh yeah, if I get some land, you guys definitely come
That's the
out.
way to go, dude.
Shoot some
Get
guns.
the land.
Do you
Get the land.
Start a fire.
do you spend more time in Austin or Fort Worth these days?
Austin.
Yeah.
Yeah. I rarely come out here.
Really?
Yeah, it's just I don't have a lot of reason to, and
I mean, Grand Prairie's booming. That's good enough. There's an IKEA.
well, it's usually like if I do get out of Waco for any reason. I mean, I'll come out here to see my mom, and then outside of that, it's like, Austin. It's just like there's live. It's just I don't know, and I think also I
you're
just spend a lot
closer.
of time here.
You're
Well, no, I
closer.
mean it's about the same.
Really?
Hmm. But it's like I spent so much time here. Austin is more fresh. Yeah.
Yeah.
So.
It's the perfumed inner thigh
Oh, yeah.
of Austin, of Texas. Just sucks you right in.
Hmm.
Yep. And they're getting a lot of good stuff going on down there. So people are actually stopping there on tour and doing things. Like there for a little bit, they were kind of drying up. Big shows were only going to Houston and here.
I mean, to be fair, I don't really even go to Austin that often.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I mean, if I do, it's either San Antonio or Austin. That's about it.
Well, if you find yourself in North Austin, the place to go is the Yellow Rose. We're the official podcast of the Yellow Rose. Be sure to swing by and tip your
Sounds like
DJ
everybody.
and waiters
Sounds
and the ladies on stage.
Ah, yeah, probably won't be patron in that place.
All right.
All
Well, we're gonna
right.
get out of here. It's been
Cool.
fun. Look up Pragmatic. Use your / and it will come up. PR / / and it will come up.
Or you can follow me on Instagram at the official Pragmatic, and I'll have all my links there
Yeah.
in bio,
You have a link in bio.
Mm.
It all folds down.
of course.
Quite official.
All right. We're out of here. Later.
All right.
Peace.
Peace out. Bye.
And we're clear. Let me save this.
Fuck yeah, that was a good shit.
That's fun.
Long.
Yeah, yeah.
Long as fuck.
How long are your shows normally?
Try to
Like
keep
on
it
average,
within 2 hours.
That's the ones that I've listened to have been around there.
We talked about a bunch of shit.
Yeah.
It was fun, and then y'all had to go off on some tangent about the world ending.
That's always fun when we talk about world endings.
World-ending issues. All right, chat room, we're gonna go to bed. Good night.
What a surprise, bro! I'm so glad that he told me you were coming. I was like, hell yeah, that's great. It's like,
And it was so close I wasn't going to get to.
really.
That was all. Yeah. Like
Yeah, what happened with that?
so because at work